Hey, everybody. Here we are, episode 77. Not cool in high school. We'll get right into it. If you check out the links below, make sure to follow us on all social media. I am going to be more active on Instagram and Twitter. I found some tricks how I could be logged into everything at once.
Whoa.
So I'm going to be pushing harder on those platforms. Support is very, very grateful if you go and support those and follow those accounts. Also, if you have not done so already, head over to our YouTube. I'm gonna make a serious push there to go for 1,000 on that. So maybe we can get monetized and maybe make a couple bucks every time we get a video play.
There you go.
I do.
We'll get those political ads that are in front of all the YouTube videos I'm
Joe
watching.
Biden wants your daughter dead. Like
America is destroyed, but Joe Biden can save it.
Donald Trump
and then you hear
will
the
fuck
same
up
exact
your
one.
podcast.
Yeah, Donald Trump will murder your cat.
It's like Trump
God,
is here to
it's so
save
dark.
America. I'm like, well, I just watched one of Biden said he's going to save America. So which one is it, YouTube?
Who's saving who?
Yeah.
Classic American mudslinging.
I don't even want to watch these.
No, not at all. But yeah, so help us out. Go subscribe over on YouTube as well. We're going to make a push for that as also. Hopefully, we stay live the entire time. During last night's Truth Behind Illusion, the stream just cut out.
Yeah.
If that happens, we're not going to stop and redo the stream. We're just going to go, and then we'll upload the full episode later.
Okay.
Thank you to
The
everyone.
audio will be fine, though.
Yeah, the audio will be fine. It's a different source. But if the people who went back and then watched the entire episode last night and still helped us with views and getting us where we needed to be, thank you so much. That was very, very grateful. Very, very, very grateful you guys did that. Check the links below also for merchandise. If you want to grab some T-shirts and all that fun stuff, it's all there. Hoodie weather is coming up. We got some cool hoodies and zip-ups.
I got one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Whoa.
Nice. Yeah.
You got the Truth Behind Illusion
Yeah,
zip-up.
yeah. Well, I didn't wear it yet because it's been hot. Like today was like 82
hot.
with humidity. It
Yeah.
sucked.
And I'm learning how to do hashtags on all the social media, so hopefully that'll help us out and get some more things. I just started doing hashtags on Instagram for pages,
And that really people notice.
oh yeah,
They
and
do.
you get new people, like especially if you like hashtag paranormal, then
Yeah.
like 5 pages follow you. You're like, this is working.
Yeah, and
So-
hashtag like anybody if they wrote that book, then they see it. And
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So we're making moves. We're gonna give it a shot. Me and Ben are drinking a pop culture beer tonight. We busted our first pumpkin ale. Are you a pumpkin ale fan? Are you a beer fan?
I don't usually drink a whole lot of beer, but I love pumpkin everything, so I'd be willing to
tastes like
try it.
fall.
If you want to take a sip, you are more than
Yeah,
welcome.
I will try it. Thank you.
Smell it first.
It
Does
is
it
very
smell?
beery, but it does
it
have a
smells
pumpkin
good.
taste. Yeah.
Yeah, it
So this
smells
is the
good.
Nightmare on Elm Street pumpkin ale from Conshohocken Brewing Company.
Nightmare
I
on
wonder where that's
East
located.
Elm Street.
Oh, Nightmare on East Elm Street.
Where's that located?
Conshohocken.
This is good,
Yeah.
and I don't like beer.
I know, I said
yeah,
I said it
I was
wrong.
being sarcastic.
Yeah,
then.
this is good. I would drink that, and I'm not a beer
But
person, so.
the can is. We'll take a picture and put it on Instagram and the social media. But the can is Freddy's sweater with the slashes going through
Yeah,
it.
slight different color.
I like
You're
that.
good.
It's tasty. It's
It
good.
is good.
The font is Nightmare Before Christmas, or what that's called. What's the movie called?
Nightmare on Elm
Nightmare-
Street.
Yeah. No, the Christmas movie.
The
with Jack
Nightmare Before
Skellington.
Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nightmare
you're
Before
right.
Christmas.
That's
Mhm.
the font.
Conshohocken.
All right. Well, as the story says, as the page says, we're going to talk. Main one we'll get out of the way right away is the Xbox news. So Xbox finally, we have a next gen system coming out where we had a price. As an Xbox person, I'd love to give them all the credit and say, well, they were the first ones to do it, but they didn't do it willingly.
No.
They
It
got
was-
leaked
it was
first,
leaked.
and then they kind of had.
It was
well,
leaked,
yeah.
and they're like, well, fuck it,
Yeah.
it's out there. We're going to go for it. So they leaked.
They rolled with the
Well, people are
punches.
hungry for that
You
news.
gotta do what you gotta do.
So not only was the Xbox Series S, which was the worst kept gaming secret in America, in the world, finally announced, but the price for it, the release date for it, and also the price and release date for the Xbox Series X, all released. I did do a little speculation a while back. I did say there was a wild rumor that the prices would be around this point, and it was
You're
correct.
psychic.
Yeah, it was correct. And also, there was a rumor of the date. I think I said I think I said November 10th. I said the
Is there-
same day.
You did,
somewhere
yeah.
around
Is there a
there,
date
You did,
announced?
actually.
Yep, November 10th is the official date now.
That they both go on sale?
Yep.
Oh wow.
And
I didn't see that.
There's a lot of really
Whatever
neat-
site you went with, or
Yeah.
whatever, and speculate.
Dave
you did
Meltzer.
Right.
Yeah, I went
Dave
to the
Meltzer.
video game Dave Meltzer. It's a wrestling reference. So there's some interesting things here I want to read off. So Microsoft realized that you can. I'm reading this from who I'm going to give the credit to. VentureBeatGaming.com. They were the ones who have the most up-to-date stuff. A lot of it was still rumors, but this is the official article. So Microsoft realized that you can launch much more affordable gaming console next generation and reduce the emphasis on resolution. The company has now taken the realization and acted with a $300 Xbox Series X. $300. That's crazy.
Not
That's insane. Which is
Definitely a
finally
solid
confirmed later
price.
on today after months of rumors. This entry-level Xbox is launching November 10th and should kick off the next generation of gaming console. So what is the Xbox Series S? We'll go over some bullet points. And all digital, so you will not get a disc drive with the Series S.
So it is
Discless.
smaller.
It's a
It looks like it's not even 1/3 the size of the,
yes,
the
Yeah.
big
it's
one.
super small.
Hey, but here's what I said real quick. You know how it's the Series X and S? So that
Yes.
means its name is the Series because Xbox One is Xbox One S and One X, right?
I think they're going Xbox Series is the
Yeah, it's the official
Yes.
name of it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So it's kind of like
Lame.
iPhone Series
Boring.
S, iPhone
Yeah.
Series X.
I mean,
I think they're going for that
man.
look.
They dropped the ball with 720.
Yeah.
360, 720, 1080.
Well,
Man,
they're going
that would have been
for
awesome.
they're going for
I
the
agree.
cell phones and they're going for the cars.
Yeah.
Like the Mercedes Series X.
I think that's a little confusing to people that aren't in the know.
Yes.
Yes, I
Um,
agree.
Just like the Wii and Wii U, that really hurt the Wii U.
So they are
Yeah.
dropping.
Yeah.
They could even
I
went with
agree.
an A class or an S class if they really wanted to go upper
Yeah.
echelon.
Or
So
you
that
just
sounds a lot
say-
better.
Like what was it? Xbox Arcade, the
Mhm.
360 Arcade, and what was the big one? The
Uh,
arcade was the lesser hard drive.
Yeah, yeah,
and then
arcade,
I forget,
and then
I
the-
forget.
I
Yeah,
forget- I
something like
forget
that.
too.
There was
Yeah,
Core
something
and-
along those
yeah.
lines. Yeah.
A lot of people. I mean, I understand how it can be confusing, but you're still finding people who can go buy the new iPhone S and the iPhone
Yeah,
4G
but I
and the
mean-
iPhone, and people are figuring it out, and it's just the same
Yeah.
kind of the premise there, I guess. But at 1440 and up to 112 frames per second, the Series S has less power, but it doesn't need as much to run games at 1080p at 440p, or 1080p and 440p. DirectX ray tracing will be available on the system. The Xbox Series S supports the same physical light rendering as the Series X. Variable rate shading. The Xbox Series S will run games better, a better rendering and darker and less visible areas at lower resolution. The variable refresh rate for the Xbox Series S supports Adept switch with modern displays. Ultra low latencies, custom 512 gig SSD. Microsoft is using the same SSD on the Series S as it does with the Series X. Now, it is a much smaller hard drive. So this is where in
Which
the future,
sucks for digital only.
yes,
Yeah.
it sucks, but it's
Unless you don't care about keeping games. You
yes.
play 'em and
So
delete
so
'em.
this is where
Right.
this is where it says, all right, we'll give you the smaller hard drive. I know the Xbox Series X is going to have those little thumb drives that you could stick in, which is like a pop in, pop out SSD that
Yeah.
will support the same
It's
game and the
almost like
same.
bringing memory cards back.
Yeah.
It is in a way. It's bringing memory cards back, but it's pretty much telling the consumer, we're not going to hit it with a big hard drive and make it super expensive.
No.
We'll keep it an affordable thing. If you want to play one or two games to kind of see what it's all about, and then you can upgrade with the SSD and you can put that card in, or there's something else kind of down the road here that we can tell. I'm going to bring up too. 4K streaming media playback. The Xbox Series S supports Netflix and other 4K HDR video services. 4K upscaling for games. The console can output 1080p or 440 images as 4K onto modern TVs. So the Xbox is just as much as the next-gen experience as the Xbox Series S, but set at a lower resolution that matches most people's current TV setups. It also gives gaming fans a way to get ray tracing and fast loading times, but at a $300 price ahead of the $500 Xbox
Yeah.
Series X.
And unless you're hardcore, I don't think you'll notice a difference.
No,
graphically.
if
I
you're
agree
if
with
you're
that.
not the
Yep.
hardcore player and you don't want to dump $500
won't
into the
notice.
powerhouse system, and you're just like, hey, I don't have a 4K TV. I really want to play the new games. I
Yeah.
really want to experience what the next gen is. This is a perfect fit for you.
The value
Yeah,
portion.
it's a value system. This system also fits well with the Microsoft Xbox Game Pass services, which will act like Netflix for games for a $10 a month. This enables you to download and play games from a growing digital library, which is why you won't need the disc drive. So it's going to go into
And
here.
you could buy brand new games if you want to.
Yep,
too.
absolutely.
True.
Now here's the thing that kind of came out too. So
Digitally, of course.
the system will support the Switch gaming, so it's going to have the same architecture. So what they're saying is this game, when it comes to the teraflops and everything, it's only a little bit when it comes to spec wise ahead of what the Xbox Series X was. Or I'm sorry, the Xbox One X.
Oh, it's so confusing,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
The last one that was
the
built.
last power
Yeah,
system that
yeah.
they released. It's on par, but a little higher than that system. But with the new architecture, this is where I won't be able to explain it the best I can. But the new architecture that they're running with the new systems, it's it doesn't need as much to put to put out the power it needs. So it can still have the low teraflops, but still put out the output. Once again, I'm not a tech guy. I'm sure Digital Foundry will come out
It
soon
will
with all
play
that
the
information.
new games.
Yes. Now another cool thing with this too is Xbox is doing the same thing what the phones are doing with the systems. So you can go on Microsoft. I don't know if it's official. You could do it right now, or they're probably going to wait. They said they're going to come out with more information soon. So with that being said, I think there's going to be a conference dropping very, very soon. PlayStation also said they're coming out with information very soon. Then
Because they kinda have to
the
now,
tweet
right?
was
Yeah.
then taken down. So I think PlayStation and I think within
By the
this
end
month,
of the week, I'm going to say you have to say some price.
you're
right?
gonna
Yes.
see another conference very soon when it's going to announce the systems, and maybe we'll get a game or some other announcements. Who knows? Personally, I hope PlayStation kind of says, "Hey, we're going to revamp a little bit of backwards compatibility," but they kind of put their stake down, saying they're not doing that. I think it's disappointing.
That's so dumb.
yeah,
Like, why
I-
would you
Yeah.
not? It's not hard. They say it's hard. No, it's not.
It really is.
It isn't.
The only thing that makes it
If
hard.
you made the system, you can make it backwards compatible.
The only thing that makes it hard is they have to go and physically do the work to contact old developers and be like, "Can we use your game again?"
Yeah. Well, if they do that for digital, if they just make it where you can play the physical disc, no problem.
Exactly. Yep.
That's
absolutely.
so easy.
Um,
That way you don't even have to involve it. Yes, it plays all PlayStation 3 or 4 games. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
So here's where I think I like why the reason I like Xbox kind of going out and contacting these old developers to say like, hey, can we bring your game back? It doesn't take much for the developer to be like, oh, cool, we'll run it through your system, we'll
Yeah.
upgrade it, we'll make it, and we'll put it on your system. If that developer turns around and says, holy shit, like we're making some money on this game again, like people are buying it, it's on your Xbox Game Pass, there's a need for it. Maybe we should put this game back into production. Maybe there's a need for
Or like a
Or a
sequel.
sequel,
or
more
reboot
games like
it,
that,
or
yeah.
make a
Yeah,
full
the only way
revamp.
that gets muddled is rights.
Yeah.
Like if it's the X-Men arcade game, that's
Yeah.
rights.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
PlayStation sit on a lot of titles that people really, really enjoy. And I
Yeah.
understand. I know they put a lot of their chips in the Naughty Dog basket, where they're like, "Hey, Last of Us 2, Uncharted. Let's just hope that comes out, and then when God of War hits, we're in good shape." But I mean, I'm a PlayStation fan back in the day. I'd like to see Dino Crisis come back. I'd like to see some clock.
Well, that's Capcom.
That's Capcom.
Yeah, but I'm saying like those games that were like big hits on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Like, if
But I
they-
mean, Capcom could go. That's up to them. They could put it on any system. right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and they
Um,
were even hinting along the lines that Dino Crisis was supposed to come out as like a remake. Then
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
at
Did
one
you
of
know
the
there was a
meetings.
Dino Crisis 3 on regular Xbox?
was it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then there was a offshoot that was a shooter
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
on 360, I think,
There
or maybe regular Xbox.
I think it might have been the 360.
That's called like
maybe.
it's something similar to Dino Crisis, like
I
Dino
know what you're
Attack or
talking
something.
about.
Yeah.
Like Dino Stalker, maybe. I'm trying to.
Yeah,
think.
maybe something like that. Yeah,
Something
I
Dino
forget
Stalker.
offhand.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do have a bunch of like even if they brought the Twisted Metal 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, and even Sly Cooper,
How is
which was
Twisted
like
Metal
my,
not a game right now?
I know that they made one. No, they made none for PS4, right?
no.
They made
They
one- two
made
for
one
PS3.
I think they
Twisted
ma-
Metal
yeah.
Black and then Twisted Metal
Yeah.
at the end
Okay.
of PlayStation 3, right?
Yeah, something along those
Or
lines.
the
yeah.
very beginning of PlayStation 4, but it was not good.
I don't think
a
they
long
even
time ago.
they
Yeah.
didn't even come out
That's all
with
I
that.
know.
I don't think.
I think it was PlayStation
Otherwise, I
3.
would have been like,
I'll
oh,
look it
man,
up. I'm
they
looking
could-
real quick.
Hey Jen, what's going on? Actually, I was just going in to test the chat, and Jen already gave us the
Jen
hey.
Myers.
Jen
How you
Myers,
doing?
what's going on? And Jen,
Hello.
she knows. She's a diehard. She did the share and everything. She
Oh,
knows
wow.
what's going
Thanks,
on.
Jen.
Thank you, Jen. Jen's
Thank you.
a big fan. She likes the network. Very, very nice. Me and her kid became best friends. Her kids became best friends over the other day at the Luau.
Whoa.
Where,
Hey now.
where Steve and Billy played some
Hey
music.
now.
Yeah. So like I was saying before, so Xbox is doing this thing now too, where I don't know when it's going to be available or how you can go about doing it, but you know how when you get a new phone, and instead of dropping $1,000 or $1,500 on a phone or $800 on a phone, you can lease it and do pay it monthly.
Yes.
That's what Xbox is going to do.
Yeah, and how's that going to work now?
What do you mean?
Like how does it actually you pay the like you go
you
to
pay
GameStop?
GameStop?
Do you go to Walmart?
You go to
Like,
Xbox.
do
You go to
get
Xbox website.
and they ship it to you.
They ship it to you, and then you give them your credit card information,
Uh-huh.
or they sign you up for I'm not sure exactly how the finances. Maybe
Yeah.
they would go through a firm. I know a firm's a big one that they.
I'd assume they
Um,
probably have. There's some bank.
Or
involved.
Yeah.
like
Interesting.
I wonder
yeah.
how much you have to put
Synchrony
down.
Bank does a lot
Like,
of that.
I don't think you have to put anything down.
Right. I mean,
think,
that's a good idea.
I think
if
the,
it works.
the Series S will be $35 a month, and the Series X will be $45 a month. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on those prices. But there is a thing. So
for
think,
20 months.
Yeah.
no,
or whatever it may be. I don't know exactly
That's,
what the
it's
thing.
probably like what's like for 58 months.
But I think they're working at a thing too, where if you buy the S, and then you get done paying it off,
Mhm.
they will do something where they can carry over and be like, "Do you want to upgrade to the X now?"
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah.
you've kind of like trying the S out, and for another couple more months, we'll ship you the X.
Mhm.
You ship us back the S.
No, and they put it towards the.
And they just put you. So there's like an upgrade program as well. Supposedly
nice.
what they're working on. That's
There-
all rumor, but
There was no Twisted Metal for PlayStation 4.
no, there
I
wasn't.
kind of figured.
I
yeah.
think the
There
closest
was, there,
we
was-
got.
there was only 2 on PlayStation 3.
The closest we got was Mod Nation Racers, and they put
Yeah, and that's-
sweet.
yeah.
I liked Mod Nation Racers. I was a fan of it.
It was more aimed at kids though, than.
It kind of bothers me that
Twisted
there's no
Metal.
more Sly Cooper games because I really like that franchise. And especially
I don't know
when
if
they
PlayStation
went like
owns that. I don't.
Sly Cooper. All right. So the
I
reason
never got into it.
because
It looks cool.
we had Ratchet and Clank, we had Jack and Deck. There was like it was Crash Bandicoot. There was Spyro. There was like 500.
That's when the
versions of that
mascots
game.
got real big.
Yeah. So like once Sly Cooper came out,
Bubsy.
I was just like, I'm over this. There's too many.
that was like very beginning like PlayStation 2 type of deal then
Yeah.
too. Like they had
Sucker
you know,
Punch Productions. made
Mhm.
it. Okay.
and
Yeah.
they had like the whole like mod squad type of deal then too. You played as different characters and all, and then you always upgrade it with Sly Cooper with different books and
I was
stuff.
gonna say if you want to play them all, you can get PS Vita and Sly Trilogies on there for $60.
Max Bolton says the last PlayStation I had was a PS3, and it died on me while I was playing Silent Hill, and
Oh, man.
I was too scared to try to get another one because I thought I was cursed.
Oh,
Poor Max. That's okay. It makes good theme music.
Yeah. Oh, to be announced on that. Bros in the Warpath is coming back, and I cannot use the probably illegal music I'm using for it.
Okay.
Because it's an old '80s song.
No,
No, it was like hip hop, like.
okay, yeah. That football rap
Oh,
song.
God.
Yeah, and I
that
was like, "We are the Redskins, and
Yeah.
we are the best."
boy.
And we obviously can't use that
Yeah.
anymore because.
Aw,
Max,
that's a
did you
bummer.
make a Halloween themed one for that one?
So he's
too?
he's
I
gonna
like that.
work on a just a quick like guitar or whatever. He's gonna work it out. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So Max will now have 3 songs as intro music.
I told you, he's
Oh, there you
official podcast
That's nice of him.
musician. He's
Yeah.
like our CFO money sign that 30 just fired.
Yeah. Max is fantastic. He supports us very much so, and I love him for it.
Yeah, if you want to listen to Max, his music is.
I handed out all the stickers.
Truth Behind Illusion.
All
really?
the stickers
Awesome.
are out in the universe. I have no more left. People were sticking them on their guitars, on their
I
cars.
seen that guy that put him on his. Or you put him on his
He let me
acoustic
do
guitar.
it. Yeah. So every time he plays, I mean, Billy was one of the first musicians that let me stick a sticker on his
Nice.
guitar. Jen stuck him right on her car.
Oh
like,
my
right on
god!
the paint.
Thanks, Jen.
Yeah, it's like Truth Behind Illusion and Bangin' Beers are right on her car.
Wow. Cool.
So when she drives around, she's like literally a what?
my foot fell asleep.
Oh, I thought you farted. I was
No.
like, did you literally just shit?
Either-
No,
either
my
that or-
right foot is just like
Either that or he hates Jen.
no.
I don't know who she is.
So she's Jen saying
She's playing the new Avengers
Yep,
game.
she's playing the new Avengers.
and
she said she.
perhaps what's did she put in all capitals there for?
Oh, P.S. She hates it. She don't like the game.
Oh, okay. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. So yeah, that's all I really have when it comes to the new Xbox and some news. Like I said, be on the lookout.
But they
this
both
week.
can come with a controller and everything, so you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about that. But
Well,
I
there
don't,
was
what do you
rumors-
think about the look? Because I think it does look like a Bluetooth speaker.
I think it looks like
That's
a fridge.
the small one.
The S literally looks exactly like the Xbox Series S now, but smaller.
Oh, does it?
And that
Oh, I
big that big black circle
Yeah.
is just a vent.
Oh, is it? I didn't know what it
I
was.
figured it was. Yeah.
So they pretty much like I think Xbox at the point now where they're just like we're not looking for a fancy look. You're gonna stick it in your entertainment center
But
and
I
call
mean,
it a day.
I like when they look nice.
They're I think
I do too. Nice and.
I
slick,
love the
yeah.
regular
It's
Xbox.
simple.
That regular Xbox is awesome.
It's simple the
When
way
X-
that
when
looks.
If you could put the
Xbox-
new Xbox in that regular Xbox.
that huge
Yeah,
one.
the one looks like a big old honk on VCR.
Could
Yeah.
you imagine
I will
if
never throw mine
somebody
away. I love
like,
it.
hey, we're gonna upgrade your Xbox S to the X, and they just have to open it up and go,
Yeah, put it inside.
put it
and
in
close
there.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's so big.
I love that. I mean, the Duke is a bad controller, but looks cool. If they can make
Yeah.
the Duke like the same size but like aerodynamic.
You just need the other two. The
Yeah.
Duke suck because that only has
And
one trigger.
Bring back black and silver.
Black
Remember
and white,
Oh,
the
yeah.
black and white
Yeah,
buttons.
yeah.
Yeah. I love those buttons too.
I
They were
think that was
awkward
how you
when
they,
they were
switched-
they did.
positioned.
They
switch
did
guns
make
in Halo.
Dukes. They did make a new Duke.
Yeah, but it was. I don't think it was official Xbox. It wasn't like.
No, it was official.
Was it?
Yep.
'Cause I remember the thing lit up, but like the thing would light up.
There-
but they didn't
I
have,
thought the
like,
first
game
one didn't
information on it.
originally. I thought the
No, the
first one
first one
originally
did
didn't.
it, but
yeah.
like
It was a sticker.
not Mad Catz. Retro. Who makes the Retron 5?
Retro
Hyperkin.
fi-
Hyperkin made
yeah.
the Duke that has the digital layout.
Yeah.
But no one programmed it for game information, so
Yeah.
it just kind of would make the symbol go.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Aesthetics.
Yeah. I know. If you're into the big system, wait till the PS5 comes out because they said that thing's a monster.
Yeah, it looks awful.
They said it. They said
I
it.
like it.
They said it's gonna dwarf the PS3,
Yeah.
and that was their biggest system they ever made.
Oh my god.
That's
Yeah.
probably gonna be real hot too.
I don't think so.
The only thing with the Xbox is I don't think that will fit my current stand because it looks like it's 2.
The Series X.
Yeah, I mean, even if you turn it sideways,
It may be.
it looks like it's
like more of a rectangle.
foot. Yeah.
Personally, if I buy it, I'm standing it up. It's designed to push the heat out the top,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna keep it the way it's designed. And the new Series X, I think that's meant to lay vertically or either way. But that big,
I'm sure you can
that big
stand it up
circle
if you want to.
I mean, it doesn't look good, but it's practical.
No.
I
I
think,
think that would look better if it was all black.
yeah, they'll probably make different versions.
I would say so, or
Mhm.
just buy skins and 2
Yeah.
weeks later.
skins.
The last time Xbox was told we need the system to look a certain way and cram everything in was the
Yeah.
360, and we all know how that worked out.
Yeah,
They couldn't figure out how to fit everything in, and
The
then
red
there's
ring of
overheating
death.
problems.
it did look nice though.
Yeah, and you can do you can swap the fronts out.
Yeah, that was a good
faceplate.
idea.
The
Right? I have a Street
faceplates,
Fighter
yeah.
one.
Yeah. So I think I know after experiencing Xbox 360, I'm like I don't care what it looks like if it's practical and it keeps my system cool and I don't have issues. I'm for it.
Maybe in a year they'll make it like a.
Yeah. Every system tries to hide the vents in the back and make
Yeah.
them really smaller on the sides.
I don't mind because you need vents, but like just make them look cool. That's all.
And
Yeah.
people put them in the
Like-
small shelf spaces
Yeah.
then too, to the point where it's just like it gets super hot,
Yeah.
like 100 and some degrees.
But just make it like a computer where the vents light up and stuff. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome. Like the Xbox, the vent should light up with a green X.
Oh my god, I remember.
That'd be awesome.
I remember with my 360, I had to throw on like one of those like Hyperkin freaking.
Oh, the fan
the
things,
fans.
remember
They're
them?
like,
Oh, boy.
it was like screaming.
My
horrible.
PS4 is really loud.
Oh, mine's
Really?
I
fine.
never heard.
My PS4 gets really loud.
Mine sounds normal.
Here's a fun fact for you folks. So, if it ever smells sweet when it gets hot, you know that there's cockroaches in it. It's infested. Fun fact.
Where'd you learn that at?
If your PlayStation is infested with cockroaches, you have bigger problems than your
your PlayStation.
PlayStation.
I know.
Infested with cockroaches.
I'm just saying though.
And on that note, I never go back to
Yeah,
Ben's house.
yeah. My God.
Yeah. I
No,
even
I
my
read
fri-
that in a magazine.
My
before in
friend's
tech
PlayStation
stuff.
has been worked over and over. Like he was like a Final Fantasy online player.
Oh, my
so
Lord.
that thing played
Yeah,
all the
that
time.
was
And he turned
heavy
like,
usage.
dude, you walk into his room where his game is like like
Yeah.
it's just
Whistling Dixie.
The disc drive
it's
and
like
the
a
fans.
jet engine.
Yeah.
I was like, you playing Flight Simulator, bro?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you hammer them all the time.
yeah, they get loud.
Any system.
It's even funny.
My original
because
Xbox is loud.
Yeah.
The modded one.
Oh, really? I
It's
can imagine.
real. It's
yeah.
real loud.
It's even funny with those CPS2 boards that Capcom made, like famous games like X-Men versus Street Fighter and all that. You don't realize how the fan is put in there, and you hear the wah.
Screaming.
It's like
Mhm.
it is like a jet
Do
engine.
you not
That's-
hear yourself in your ears?
It barely.
You're like fucking screaming.
Ben's hard of hearing.
I am not hard of. There we go. There we go.
I keep turning you down. You're just like,
I
and then
can't.
it goes real. Like I was like, I cannot control
What
the
is,
volume
he's like,
of
these
my
haven't
voice."
been on.
I'm like, I can't. Like, I could barely hear.
Oh my god! I was like, Jesus Christ, man, you're
Had a
fucking.
bomb go off near WW2.
He's going in, man. He was,
Had a
fucking,
stem mustard gas. Blew up half my life.
he was fucking screaming.
Oh, boy.
All right, let's get into your news. Let's go with the Nintendo news.
Okay.
Next.
So
you-
Super Mario 3D, what is it, All-Stars?
Super
Is that what it's
Mario
called?
3.
All-Stars
Super
is a
Mario
different
3D
piece of news.
collection. Super
Yeah,
Mario
it is,
3D
it is.
collection.
You
Yes,
can do
the
yours,
3D
and then I can
collection.
talk about all
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Mario Sunshine, Mario 64, and Mario Galaxy 1, but not 2.
But they're not revived.
and
they're
Sun-
just
and
revamped
Sunshine
a little
2.
bit. Like
No Sunshine 2 either.
There is no,
No,
Sunshine
just-
2. There was
no
only
Sunshine.
No.
There's only one.
No, I think there's 2.
There
Nope.
is 2.
No, there's-
I thought there was.
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yep, look
I-
it up.
Because
There was
Yeah.
only one that got made.
Yeah.
It was
You're
for
right. I think-
GameCube, and
I
that's
think,
it.
I think Galaxy 2 is. Yeah.
Galaxy 2.
Galaxy
yes.
2 was made, but Galaxy 2 is not on it. But they're going to sell the physical and the digital only until March, and they're not going to sell the physical, and they're going to take the digital off the Switch marketplace, which is so dumb. It's
Wait,
like-
they're not
like-
making a physical now?
No, they are.
I was going to say,
They
I
They
thought
are,
I
are,
saw
but
that.
they're only selling it till March, and then it's like we're not making any more. So they say.
Even digital. They're going to
And
take
they
it off the digital
yeah.
store.
Well, why would you
That's
take that off?
insane.
So it's
Stupid.
already up. So the work is done. So
Just leave
from
it
there on
there.
out, it's 100% profit on that
It's that
because it's made, it's there. Why take it down?
It's anti-consumer.
That's just ridiculous.
very bizarre.
That makes no sense to me.
They're just Nintendo's trying to make their
And
money.
and to say,
mean-
oh well, you have to buy it in a certain period of time. Well, okay, let's say everyone bought it, right? But then there's more people that want to buy it that didn't know about it. Then.
You know what
So
I think? You know
how
what I
can
think
they
it
buy
is? I think they're forcing it out for 2 reasons. I think now till the end of the year,
Mhm.
everyone's money's going everywhere when it comes to games.
Yeah.
You have a
There's
lot
so
of
much,
you have
yeah.
a lot of heavy hitting games coming out,
Mhm.
and
And 2 new systems.
I think Nintendo wants to say going into the holiday season that we have the highest selling game with the Mario thing.
yeah,
And if they, by doing this, by saying you need to get it now or it's gone forever, it's forcing people to run out and get it right away.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Well, not just that. I think they're trying to go for sales for the system then too. If like, yo, if I don't have this, you know what I mean?
I don't know if anyone's gonna. If you don't have a Switch now, is that game gonna make you buy a Switch? I don't. Maybe.
Well,
I
well,
think
know.
Animal Crossing will,
the
No.
thing is
and the new Zelda.
the new Zelda. Well, Nintendo's turning around saying like possibly early next year you're getting another Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like people going into holiday season, do you want to buy a new Switch or do you just want to wait for early next year for the new one?
Yeah.
Just wait.
Which hopefully has better battery life in handheld. mode.
Yeah.
That battery life's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And handheld,
I never play in that, but like the few times it is, like, oh my god, like you play for 10
I play
minutes,
on
you're down to
handheld
like
mode more than anything.
85%.
Yeah.
So I do not like the battery life on that at all.
But here's a kind of disappointing thing. Not super disappointing, but I think a little bit for me. Mario 64, while you're playing, is going to have the black boxes around it because they didn't scale it.
Yeah,
They didn't touch it up. They didn't.
Well, they touched it up. I watched the video. I watched.
they?
I watched a side by side comparison of Super Mario Sunshine 2.
Okay.
And every game has been like upped a little bit. It's not fully. They didn't go in and they
Oh,
smoothed
okay.
stuff out and they made it.
It's not fully
Fit.
revamped like your Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
Or
you didn't
like,
just threw like a skin on, like a
trash.
filter on it.
No, it's poor. Like if you watch the actual video, I should have shared it then. I was like, oh, it does look a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
would have.
They took some time. It wasn't just a direct. Boop, here you go.
Yeah, I would have liked
Yeah.
Mario to fit the screen. To me.
Yeah, I mean, once you play for a while, you won't notice.
Yeah.
That's just because 64 and the resolution, because they could everything they could have did it.
Yeah.
It might not have looked
But-
right then.
Yeah, I mean, it's
It's probably-
possible to stretch
Possibly.
it, but like,
I mean, I'm
I
gonna
see
buy. I'm
why
gonna
they
buy
did
it, but I'm very disappointed that
Yeah.
they're forcing the consumer's hand to get it on their
Yeah.
terms.
I'm a little upset. It's $60 too. I think it should be 40.
I agree.
I mean,
Yeah,
there,
I
it
agree
is
on
3
that,
games,
yeah.
but it's 3 old games.
Yeah.
So like,
Mhm.
And they're not remastered.
yeah. Well, they're what would you call it? Maybe
They're
call it
reports.
I'd say
yeah.
polished.
They're just
Yeah.
reports.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're
Or-
not. Well,
yeah.
they're not. They're not like they didn't just pick
They're-
it up and drop it.
they're upscaled.
They did a little bit.
They're upscale.
Yeah.
There's a difference between upscaling
cleaned
a
it up,
game
yeah.
and remastering.
Yeah, it's
a
not like
game.
Resident
Yeah.
Evil 1 where they did that. Or Resident Evil 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I never played Super Mario Galaxy. I played it for like I think 2 minutes.
It's
I
a
tried
lot
it.
of fun.
Played Super
It's a lot of
Mario
fun. It's one of the
Galaxy.
best ones.
I'm just so happy I can play it with a controller. People are like, you can't play it with a controller. I'm like, yes, you can.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
can.
you can. You don't
Galaxy
have to
has
do
one of
this.
those weird things in it where as you're playing the game, if you look up on the cliffs, you have
Mhm.
these black objects that watch you the whole time, and it's like one of like Nintendo's
Oh,
creepy.
conspiracy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what are those things watching you the whole game?
something that probably comes
Like
in 2
aliens or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
And you get a new character, Rosalina.
Yeah, she's in it. She's
Yeah.
like the space princess.
I love
Mhm.
her.
Yeah.
She's no Peach, but I like her.
I don't know. I'm excited to play it because I never really played it.
Yeah.
it's
No,
so
I
much
think it's I
fun.
think it's a
And
great.
Sunshine is great.
I love Sunshine too.
And 64 is fun too. I mean, it
Love
might
Super
be a little
Mario
dated
Sunshine.
now because it did come out what 96, 95.
That came out
97?
95, 96.
Yeah.
That's about
Somewhere in there.
That's
Yeah.
about right.
So
yeah.
I mean, if you want to play the best, you got to get for DS, where you're
Mhm.
Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, and
Wario.
Wario.
Mhm.
That's
See,
the
I would
best
have
version.
ported that over.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, here you go. Look at this. You can be Wario. I'm like, oh.
And you could play with your friend.
Yeah.
Can you?
If you, I mean, the DS could you, right? Was it
Yeah.
2 players on DS?
yeah, you
Was
could
it?
do
I
it.
don't
Yeah,
know.
you could do it that way because they were wired. Well, wireless, and you can.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do
I've never seen it,
connections
so I
and all
can't.
that,
I can't
yeah.
say. I only played it one player, so I don't know.
Yeah. So if you are a Nintendo Switch fan or you're not
And
a
it comes
Nintendo
out
Switch fan,
September 18th.
yeah,
Very soon.
which I'm already.
Something else comes out September 18th. Let's go right to that.
Let's go. The WWE Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
Brand new game for WWE. It's if you ever played or if you haven't played WWE All Stars, it was a very
Arcadey, over the top.
wrestling game,
Mhm,
but
cartoony.
it was fun.
Yeah, I liked it.
Like when you like Macho Man, you activate, and it was very simple controls. So like you're Macho Man, you get your special, and you hit your special button. No matter where he is, he will backflip to the sky and land on the top turnbuckle and do his elbow
Was that
drop.
the one that we played,
Yep.
or you had me play?
Yep, we were
Okay.
taking turns.
Yeah.
So Battlegrounds is going to be loosely based off that, but like when Seth Rollins goes for the curb stomp, he's going to bounce off the rope and he's going to light in the air and he's going
Yeah.
to light on fire and he's going to like probably scream, "Burn it down!"
John Cena would jump
Oh.
up in the air and twirl around and then give you the FU.
Oh.
It's
It's
fun.
like Def Jam
That's
Vendetta meets
Yeah.
WWE.
Or like the NBA
Oh, that's
Jam
pretty
of
cool.
wrestling.
Yeah.
It's super campy.
But it looks like it's so, and there's like matches where there's like like you wrestle in like an alligator swamp. You could throw the guys into there's a one where you're on a farm and a goat is hitting you, so it's like a lumberjack match. So every time you leave the ring, the goat hits you. The roster is like 70 people.
I think it's 72 to start.
72
Wow.
to start. Then they're
That's
gonna
pretty crazy.
drop another like 70
some people the next
for
month.
free.
The next month.
Wow.
The
That's
next month.
awesome.
And it's $40.
That's not bad.
If you-
$40.
That's a good. That's
You
a
could
good
buy
That's
the
not
deluxe for
bad.
50. The deluxe will give you, I think, Edge.
Yeah, it's a couple people. Then you get them all for free the next month. I believe.
Yeah, so you get Edge with the deluxe, and then you get The Rock, Ronda Rousey, and Stone Cold, but multiple skins of them early.
Wow.
So like when Stone Cold in the game is wearing his jean shorts and vest, and The Rock is like the newer version of The Rock, but they didn't announce what the skins are going to be for each one of those characters. So you're going to see multiple skins of each character. But I mean, and not only that, then you make a character. Then there's a career mode where they give you 4 characters they created for you. So you can't create a character and go into career mode. I did find that out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Paul Heyman finds these 4 independent guys,
Oh,
and,
okay.
and they kind of make them for you. But then later on, you can create your own character.
Okay.
They do have plans to add more characters, I guess, later on too.
I mean, if you're going to be at 140,
that's awesome.
Who
Yeah.
else can you add? NXT,
yeah.
I guess NXT.
NXT's in it.
Oh, they're
yeah,
already in
most
it. Then.
most of them are or
who?
will be in 1 month.
Yeah,
I don't know who
And
else they're
there's a
gonna
bunch
add
of
then.
legends in it.
legends, insane legends that you wouldn't even think are in
Yeah,
the game.
like Lita's in it. Yokozuna,
Doink the Clown.
Big Boss Man.
Oh
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
Sergeant
awesome.
Slaughter.
So the cool thing about this game is I guess what a lot of games are doing now to kind of like say, well, this character cannot be 99 overall, and you can't just pick him and dominate everybody. So what they do is they create each character has its own class.
Okay.
So there's brawler, there's like a big man,
Yeah,
there's
high
a high
flyer.
flyer,
Technician.
a
and
technician,
maybe one all rounder or something like
and,
that.
all around.
So my speculation is like so many like a high flyer would be like Rey Mysterio,
Yep.
Buddy Murphy, but like
John
they
Morrison,
they
probably.
still get their finisher, but then they have like maybe the same moves. I'm thinking
Similar moves,
Yeah.
but they'll be more geared to that style high
yeah,
flying.
I
So,
say
like,
everyone gets their signature moves, and then they have like the default moves of that class,
Mhm.
which is that's okay when there's 72 guys.
Yes. So I mean, man, it looks like it looks like a really fun game.
Yeah,
I
$40.
pre-ordered it. I paid the $50. I paid the extra $10 to get to
Yeah,
have the
Amazon
deluxe.
didn't have the deluxe when
Yeah.
I bought it.
Oh, bummer.
Pre-ordered it. So that comes out September 18th, and Mario comes out September 18th. Well, Mario 3D.
Max
3D
said he's
Galaxy.
debating to get
Galaxy.
the new Switch. He'd love to play the latest Fire Emblem game.
Oh,
at
it's so
some point.
good.
I
can talk
even
about
if
that.
every game in the series is exactly the same, he wants to play the Fire Emblems.
I heard
The
they're real-
Three
I've-
Houses, is
I've-
he talking about?
I believe so. Yeah.
I've
Oh,
never
that
played
game's
any of them.
excellent. Excellent. I highly recommend
Is
Three
Fire
Houses.
Emblem the one that looks like Dragon Ball Z?
No.
No.
That's Dragon
Definitely
Quest.
not.
Yeah.
No.
Dragon
Quest
yeah.
is the one that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest is good too. No, Fire Emblem's a
Love
strategy
Dragon
game.
Quest.
But Three Houses is a little different than the other ones. You're in a college and you play the professor. You can be a girl or a guy. I play a girl, and you have to choose which house you're gonna like, kind of lead as the teacher. And each house has its own distinguished storyline. I already beat it as Claude, and now I'm currently going through as Dimitri. Very, very good, and the storyline's excellent. It really pulls you
RPG.
in.
Mhm. But it's
RPG
like
strategy.
Like you have big battles.
It's like a tactical
yeah.
RPG, and it plays more like a rock paper scissors. So, like, if you have somebody that has an axe versus somebody that has like bows and arrows, the bows
Yeah.
and arrows would be more effective against like I'm just throwing examples. It's
Mhm.
been a little while since I played. Bows and arrows versus
Turn-based
axes. I
or-
mean, it's like in a way
Turn-based.
turn-based.
turn-based, but you have
Turn-based.
big army battles. where you have
Yeah.
like an army versus an
Turn-based.
But
Okay,
like,
Like
your,
Risk.
but your characters though, when once they die, like they're like main
They're dead
characters,
forever.
they're gone for
So
good.
you save.
Oh, permadeath.
yeah,
yeah,
you save for
permadeath.
every big fight.
Or
Yeah.
you could play.
So Suikoden did that too for PlayStation 1.
The new Watch Dogs gonna be like that too. Your characters can permadeath, and then you
Really?
have to go out like so. Every single character, every single NPC in Watch Dogs 2
Mhm.
is a recruitable character that you can bring onto your
Oh
team.
boy. But I would assume your main guy doesn't die though.
You don't have a main guy.
Oh really?
Nope.
Oh, I don't like that.
Because you can literally build a team. Like there's like you can literally build your own team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
do you create a person to start, or
I'm not sure.
I wonder how that works.
So like the trailer they show that this like there's a head person. It's like, hey, you're
Mhm.
part of this DedSec, and you need to go and go get this guy. He's a person that can hack robots really good. And then as you're doing the mission to get the guy, your guy gets in a really big gunfight. The guy who you're supposed to rescue gets arrested, taken away, and then you're trying to escape and then die.
Mm.
And then it just like this character's dead, and it zoomed into another girl, and you're like, hey, he's been kidnapped. The guy who we need's been arrested. He's in this building. You need to go break him out. Then you go and break him out, and you bring him back to the bar, and the guy's like, hey, what happened to the dude who was trying to save me? And they're like, he didn't make it.
Mm.
And like so the dialogue changes
Yeah.
based accordingly
I
too.
wonder how that's gonna work.
And then
That
the guy is in the bar, and then the camera kind of cuts, and it goes back to the game mode, and it says new player has now joined the team. This guy's name is, let's say, Tommy,
Mhm.
and he is a bot hacker.
Unless
and now
you're
he's
like
on your team.
Unless
There
you're
you
like
go.
like XCOM. Like you don't have a main guy, you have your people. So
It's
like,
kind of like
he's
that.
like a god person
It kind
controlling
of
the team.
sounds like Metal Gear Acid too,
I
in a
never
way
played that
too.
one.
Metal Gear no wait, it's no
Betray.
Rogue Ops, that's what it is.
Ooh.
Basically you play as like Naked Snake, and then there's another one that's supposed to be like a precursor. I forget who the villain is in that. It's been a little while since I played that too. But you can actually steal or recruit different NPCs then too, and they have different skills and all that, skill trees and what have you. You can get like technicians, engineers, sneakers. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
kind of cool
Yeah,
stuff.
I cannot wait. I'm sorry. I cannot wait till it gets cooler out. I'm sorry, guys. It's so fucking
It
hot
ain't
in
too
here.
bad right now.
No,
I don't
But
think
yeah,
it-
it's
I'm just
still
so
like
used to it anymore.
too hot out.
Yeah.
Like it should be cooling down.
Even when it
now.
gets really hot in here, because this kitchen gets hot
and you
fast.
get the sun beating
a-
down
and
at the
you
end
just
of the day.
you just throw that window open, it cools down so nice in here.
yeah.
Mhm.
Put a fan there. you bring it in.
Sorry, that was
Oh.
way off topic.
That's
real
okay.
quick to come back to Fire Emblem, you can play at least in 3 houses anyway. You can play where they don't die permanently. I played
Yeah.
that because I
You
don't like
can,
to lose my
you
people.
can, you have an option for that too. And I think also the people that really liked it so much that they kind of like branched off of another game. It's called something totally different then as well, but very similar premise, but it extends the story out a little bit further. Kind of like it's a brand new game pretty much. You're going to add it as an expansion onto the Fire Emblem 3 houses.
Yes.
But with how Nintendo is, well, there you go. Like they made a brand new game solely very similar to it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. It's
So
very
what's
good.
any other news you got? News wise, before
Well-
you go into your review.
Was there because
I had some Nintendo games, but
Go ahead.
so there is a 2D version of Super Mario All Stars coming out for the Switch as well.
Oh, like the old
okay,
Super Nintendo.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
yeah, I think they're I think it's only digital though.
Yes, I think it is. I don't think that it's going to be a hard copy, but for anybody who really likes that game, that was always one of my favorite
Yeah.
Mario games. I was just going to throw that out there for
One,
anybody
one,
who's
two,
interested.
3. I wonder if Super Mario World is with it because you could get that one then for Super Nintendo like a couple years later. Like there was All Stars, so it was just 1, 2, and 3 Lost Levels. But then there's 1, 2, 3 Lost Levels and Super Mario World.
I think I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's really fun. It's one of the better Mario games, I feel. I don't know. It's one of my favorites.
That's all of
So-
them.
Well,
All the
you're
classics.
piling all the Mario games in there. Why not? It would be, you
Mhm.
know, and
Yeah.
even have Super Mario Brothers 2 Lost Levels in that as
Yeah.
well. So even the
But
more
not
difficult version.
2 because 2 is American 2.
No, I know, and it's Doki Doki Panic,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is like, yeah.
But, I mean, that's
yeah.
just-
Doki
it's just-
Doki Panic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doki Doki Panic.
So that was when they made Mario World 2. They
They
said
kinda
they deemed
ripped
it
it
was
off
too
of-
hard for America. So instead of us getting that, we got a game called Doki Doki Panic, where they just got rid of the main character. It was like a genie type person or an Aladdin, and put Mario and Luigi and Princess and Toad in it.
Oh, okay.
And then they replaced.
Is that why
enemies.
there's like flying carpets?
That's
and stuff?
that's why it's all
Mhm.
wacky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense.
And in other news, they also announced a prequel to Breath of the Wild that's going to come out in November, Hyrule Warriors. It looks very, very good.
I think we're gonna get a Zelda not a remaster, but like they did with Mario. I think we're gonna get
Like a
like Majora's
collection?
Max and
Oh, that would be great.
yeah,
Ugh.
and whatever. Then was Majora's Mask the N64 one?
No,
Yes.
that
That's the
and
time
Ocarina of
one.
Time was the
I think
first
we'll
one.
we'll
Yes.
get those 2 games and maybe another one.
Yeah,
They
I
should
think
do-
I'd
I
be
take
fine with
Ocarina
that.
of Time.
I would say
I love Majora's Mask,
what
but
they
not
should
everybody
do
does.
is they should. Well, there's so many ports of like Ocarina of Time, and then they did Master Quest.
Then the 3D one for
Yeah.
3DS.
Yeah.
She's watching with auto-generated captions on, I guess, on Facebook or YouTube, and she says they're hilarious. So
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what.
Let's all start speaking different languages.
I wonder how Doki
What-
Doki Panic came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what is Doki Doki Panic when you're with auto-generated?
That's funny. But yeah, Hyrule Warriors, that comes out in November. And we are still getting a Breath of the Wild 2. I think that comes out next year. So that looks good. And for anybody else who likes Harvest Moon, besides myself, that also comes out. The new one, One World, comes out in November too.
Okay.
That's one of those video game series I kind of want to actually collect on then too. Like
What?
I have the
Same
Super
here.
Nintendo. Yeah, I have the Super Nintendo version. I got it, cheap. Well, with
I was gonna
prices
buy
and
it when
all,
you
but-
recommended it, but it's like like flat. It's like a 2D flat looking game where it doesn't look it really pops up.
What?
The Harvest Moon one.
Oh yeah, they're 2D. Yeah, it's like a Super Nintendo game.
So like
Oh, which one did you look at though?
the one that was for the Switch.
Oh no, it looks like
There is a
Switch graphics.
There
It's-
is a
Really?
3D one,
Is there?
but there
Um,
is also a 16-bit,
the one I
like
seen,
32-bit looking one.
It looked like Paper Mario where everything.
Oh.
Was kind of
Oh yeah, no, that's not the
Oh,
right
oh,
one.
okay.
And I was like, I don't want to play that. Like I have Graveyard Hunter where it looks like the character actually is in a 3D realm.
Yeah, yeah.
No, there's a regular one. What's it? I forget the name of it. But you can get it real cheap for like $19.
Okay.
At it's really good. It's really good. I highly
Day
recommend it.
Panic, it says.
Doi Panic.
Doi Panic.
Doi
Yeah.
Panic.
What about if we
Like-
spoke like Japanese?
It's like One Light.
Watashiwa.
Harvest Moon. It's like Harvest Moon One Light.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's called. That's
There's
the
so
right one
many
you want to
of
get
them.
Yeah.
for the
Koshina
Switch.
It's a
Hango
one.
Hanamasu.
There's like Harvest Moon, then Harvest Moon 64. It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, that's a good one.
Something. There's some like festival one. There's so many
Oh,
of
that
them.
one's
It's
cute, too.
It's just
Yeah.
like
I have-
I don't know.
I have
I
the
was just
first one
making
for
that
Game
one up.
Boy.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't
there's
play
a
that
one
one.
for
Harvest
Game
Moon.
Boy. Oh, there are a lot of Harvest Moon games.
Yeah. Any
so.
other news you guys have? I have a few more
Look,
here.
look at that chat. That's people
Yeah,
talking
you guys are
about it. That's
killing it.
great.
Man. I love the conversation in the chat, man. Keep talking to us. Make sure if you are watching and you hadn't done so already, hit that follow button and share the stream.
Share, subscribe,
Yeah.
do all the YouTube things.
Um,
I heard
I
that's how it
I
goes.
actually found a really
Or Switch.
cool game like mod. Apparently, Super Smash Brothers for the N64 adds like a lot of the newer characters into the Super Smash Bros. N64 engine. So like Ganondorf's in it. They did like a
He is in it.
rendering of Bowser.
Yeah, he is.
No, the original Super Smash Brothers. Like
Yeah,
the
he isn't
N64
in any.
No, he's not.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
We'll look that one up.
I thought he was.
He's only in Melee. I know because I play as him.
I don't know, because I the only one I ever played was the one for 64, and I remember playing as Ganondorf.
No, you're playing as Captain Falcon because it was
No?
only.
'Cause
I'm
he had the
telling
Captain
you.
Falcon's
you unlock
horrible.
him?
Do not
No,
play
you
Captain
don't.
Falcon.
Nope.
Horrible
Nope.
character.
You're wrong. I know you're
he'll
wrong.
find out. Well, while you're talking, while he's looking that up.
But anyhow, it was
sorry,
really
go
cool just seeing like how like they made like the N64 sprites and like they devolved like from Melee and all these other games and put it into the game. Fun fact.
What was that?
Oh,
Sounded like someone's
it was
phone
my
or something
phone.
fell
I was moving around. It was my phone.
ahead.
I
That's
don't
like it
know.
was my dick.
Yeah. Zip.
But anyhow, yeah. So
Okay, he's not in it.
Oh, I always thought he was too.
Is he a boss?
no.
Oh, he's not a boss either.
No.
Hmm.
Oh,
no,
must
he
be-
was never in Super Smash.
N64's boss was the hand, right?
It was
Master
always-
Hand.
Yeah,
And
it was
Metal
always the
Mario?
hand.
Metal Mario was definitely one in Super Smash Brothers, the original one, and I actually kick
How
ass
to
as Donkey
unlock all
Kong in
characters?
that version too.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
I actually had like the
Is
one
he an
that punches all,
unlockable?
but
He's not an unlockable character.
no.
Wait a minute.
But like they
Yeah, I
made
got
them
your-
like they actually made it really neat how they devolved a lot of the characters from like Melee in them, and they're adding more characters as they go along too. It's like a passion project. Make sure you get it before Nintendo gets it. So that's my only thing.
Yeah. So we found out that local news here. So if you are listening and you're not from the Pennsylvania area, this is going to be not important to you. But with great sadness, is today we report that our history at 223 North Water Street in Lancaster, Pennsylvania has concluded. So the Chameleon Club is no longer going to be at that location. It's been there since 1985. I know me personally have seen shows there and had a great time. I thought it was a fun venue. But 2001, I guess they're going to look for, they have a new venue or they're looking for a new venue and they're going to move somewhere else. Let's
Probably for the best. It wasn't a good area.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. It wasn't good. I was never there.
It was
I
tough.
was never there either.
It was tough to park, but they had a parking garage right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you had to pay to park and stuff. So I mean, I never had any issues. Every time I went, it was fine. But yeah, so for a while there, the community club will be done.
It is sad though.
Kind of.
It is historical.
Yeah, some news for us. If you haven't had a chance, go check out every Monday night at 9 o'clock. Go check out The Truth Behind Illusion. Our last episode, we talked about the Divic box. And you can hear me bash the TV show Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
Because it was horrible.
The Divic box is interesting though. Very interesting.
It is until I watch Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
And now if I seen the Divic box, I would lick it.
Yeah.
I don't believe in it because I think the
No.
dude from Ghost Hunters ruined it
Yeah.
for me. I don't
think
buy
I've
it.
ever watched that.
He is terrible.
I
Really?
watched a few episodes.
He's horrible.
Yeah, I don't know if but he's not isn't he one of the guys that was on Ghost? Wait, Ghost Hunters?
Maybe.
Ghost
Remember it was
Hunters.
Grant
It's
and
a
Jay.
So supposedly,
Back
I
in the
guess
day?
him and his partner did the show.
Okay.
The partner then left the show, and then this guy took over, and then that's when it got
okay.
really quirky and kooky, and
Oh, and like
it looked like stuff was
goofy.
added. And
yeah, I don't like when they do that.
The original one was good.
I
Yeah.
love Ghost
I haven't
Hunters.
watched the new ones.
that dude is a toolbox.
Did you ever watch like Paranormal State? 'Cause
Oh,
that was, like, a Penn
that's
State one.
awful.
A lot of those shows I didn't like because they added.
They would
added
do it up.
ambiance.
They put spooky music in and stuff. I'm like, just
Oh,
act like it's real, and then
I just only
like
hear it at a
debunk things. If you think like, oh, this noise is actually the water pipe, then
Yeah.
say it. Don't be like, well, it's a ghost. That Paranormal State, they walk in and be like, this house is haunted. You've been here for 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's just,
They know already.
Yeah.
it's like it makes it so much easier for people to not believe.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it
Yes.
almost makes fun of it.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
and when people
man.
do try and take it seriously, like, oh, that's the show the fuck for go, like, I don't know.
Come
I
on,
I thought it
yeah,
did more harm
yeah.
than it did good.
Yeah, you're right.
What's Jen saying
I'm
there?
going to watch religiously now for these auto-generated captions.
Oh my god.
Shazam: Fury of the Gods has been confirmed for early 2021 shooting start. Justice League Ray Fisher has revealed issues with Jeff Johns on the set.
Some people said they
Um,
had trouble with Jeff Johns. I've never met him, but like I always heard good things in the
he
comic
was
book
he
world.
was the first actor to come out and say like Jeff Johns came in and was like, "You guys do what the fuck I say. It's
Yeah.
my way or the highway."
Oh
and
my
then
God.
everyone,
Damn.
and that's why like
Jeff
ha-
Johns comics are fantastic.
yeah, and
Fantastic.
and I guess that's why a lot of people are like, we're not doing this shit
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah.
I don't know. There's also a Scooby Doo movie coming out with Elvira in it. It's like the holiday.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
almost
Very
ordered.
nice.
I almost
I-
ordered 2 Elvira shirts and I
Right.
didn't. Yeah.
It comes out September. I forget. It's on Amazon. I think it's called like Scooby Doo Halloween, Happy Halloween or something like that.
On this show, we love.
I'm
us
gonna
some
watch it.
Elvira.
I'm gonna review it. And then there was one screen I seen. Elvira's wearing Daphne's outfit. And Daphne had Elvira's on. I was like, oh, I'm interested.
I want.
Whoa.
I kind of want Elvira in.
Daphne's outfit.
in what's her name?
Velma's.
Velma's.
Oh,
outfit.
Velma. Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes those Velma cosplays.
Nah.
Whoo, baby. Those sticky thick girls. You know.
Mhm.
Call of Duty Warzone removes all vehicles thanks to a game-breaking glitch. So some people
Oh.
are finding. So when you leave the map in Call of Duty Warzone, you have like a 3 or 5 second delay, timer to get back on the map, or your character dies. So there's this one spot in the map where they just somehow randomly found if you go in with a vehicle, you don't get a timer, and then you do get the timer, and then when the timer goes off, it kicks everyone out of the lobby, out of the game.
Oh
Oh
wow.
wow, that's crazy.
So it ruins the game for everybody.
Nobody
It,
gets
it
to
literally
play.
ruins the game. It's not like some guy
Sorry.
just kicking ass. It ruins the game.
Yeah.
Coming
so
back to
it's
DC
called
quick. Did you see Ryan Gosling is gonna do something for the Zack Snyder cut as I think Green Lantern? Or not Gosling, sorry, Ryan.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Is it
thank you.
official? I know he was teasing
Or
it.
was that like we got this covered?
No, it wasn't. We got this covered because I know ever since you told me that, Andy, I don't believe anything on it. It was a different.
He did have a teaser where he said he was like, oh, maybe I'll be back, maybe I won't. But then like 5 different actors have done it so far too.
So you don't know who to believe.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where I think like they're kind of like Zack Snyder's like, yo, do this for me, so it kind of keeps suspense up.
I don't.
That's
I
why I
just saw
asked
it today.
If it's official or not.
I didn't get to share because I was
I
getting
would
ready
love
to
Ryan
come
Reynolds
here.
to play Green Lantern. That'd be great.
He said, I don't know that article. I saw that today. I didn't read
Yeah.
it though.
Supernatural star Jensen
That's my
Ackles?
boy.
Ackles is
Justin.
driving away with a major prop in the show. So we got to keep the car.
He's
Yeah.
keeping the car.
How about that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
He deserves it.
It's called Happy Halloween Scooby Doo, so it's easy to remember. I'm gonna buy it when it comes to Walmart. 'Cause I'm
Nice.
sure Walmart's gonna get it.
An interview I did way back in the day with Andrew Pizzo. He did a movie in the local area called The Back Road the Movie. It's a horror movie that was shot in Pennsylvania. Most of it, some of it in School County, some of it outside of School County. They just won the feature film Best Special Effects in the Houston Horror Festival for 2020. So, I mean, I'd say go check out the movie, but it's not available yet. They're having some issues getting by some copyright stuff and some rating issues because there's some scenes that are fucking wild.
Graphic.
Oh yeah, yeah. Graphic is underplaying it, but it was a fun movie, man. I had a good time with it. But yeah, so congratulations to them, local film creators. Just won an award, so that's pretty dope.
Mhm.
What else
That
we
is
got
pretty
here?
cool.
Venture Bros has been
Yeah.
confirmed it's canceled. I never watched it.
I didn't know
Yeah,
it was
that
still
was-
on. Not to be ignorant, but I thought it was ended years ago.
Oh no! It just they put it out. Well, this is Mark's favorite cartoons. That's why I know these things. But they just put out their seasons randomly, so you never know when it's
Oh,
gonna come
okay.
on. And yeah, they just announced it was canceled. Season 7 is the last.
And you know what? I seen it just got canceled. I was like, I thought that ended years ago. Keep It Up with the Kardashians. It
Oh,
said
thank God!
14
that's
years
over.
that
Sorry.
show's on?
I hate that.
I thought that
stupid
show was on for
show.
like 4, and they were just living off like, what the fuck could they do for 14 seasons?
People like watching rich
Garbage.
people.
Nonsense.
I
They are
know.
Like,
ridiculous.
Like this
Chase after black guys. I don't mean to be racist, but that's all they do.
basketball, rich basketball players.
Well, of course, yeah, you can't be a normal.
Well, I mean,
black guy.
Chris Humphrey was white. She dated Chris Humphrey for a little bit, I
Yeah.
think. I don't know.
I heard a good
I
joke
don't
on a
like them,
roast, but
so-
I'll tell you afterwards. it
Um,
was a roast of Caitlyn Jenner, so I have to.
Oh yeah.
It was good stuff.
So then another local news. So if you are a local person who is into, I don't want to mistitle this, but if you're a local author or you're looking to have a book or you want to get it published,
Mhm.
Tim Mingle, who's been on the show a bunch of times, is getting a project he's starting called Ember Publishing out of Pottsville.
Oh, nice.
And what they're going to do is they're going to put little books out, and you can put your stories in or your poetry or
Oh,
anything
okay.
like that.
Yeah.
So it's a local way for local artists or artists,
Authors,
authors,
whatever you
poets
say, yeah.
to kind of get
That's
into a
pretty
local
cool.
book. So yeah, if you guys can do me a huge favor and head over to Ember Publishing on Facebook after this stream is over, or you can go do it now and then come back to us. I don't mind. We always have the replay. Go support them, man. They're really cool, and it's kind of the team that's behind the Press Coffee and the Black Rock Brewing Company, and there's another business I think they're doing. Oh, they're opening a new gym soon. So it's a younger group that is looking to just like. There's people. All right, listen. There's people in our area who complain that our area has nothing,
Mm-hmm.
and there's people who say that this area has nothing to offer. This area sucks.
Yeah.
This area is nothing. This is a young group of people who are becoming business minded, and they're
And
saying,
trying to do something
and they're
for the
putting
community.
they're putting small business in our area. So
Yeah.
now
Good.
it's on you to turn around and say, okay, here's people actually giving a shit and doing positive things. Go
Yeah.
support them.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
We're talking about the Kardashians. You're willing to go out and waste your fucking hours watching celebrities or rich people's
Do nonsense.
reality show. Go support a local music. Go
Mhm.
support a local podcast. And it doesn't even have to be ours. Go support. Like, there's a
There's
lot of
lots of
cool
them.
stuff in your area.
Mhm.
Go support people, man.
Of course, there's
Um,
nothing when you sit at home and don't do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And if-
exactly.
And if you sit at home and don't do anything, you
Like-
can still support local. You
Yeah,
can go on
yeah.
Bandcamp and buy a local musician's art or
Yeah.
music or it's just that it's important, man. Because when you don't have anything because you don't support the local thing and all you go is for the people at the top all the time, which is nothing
Exactly.
wrong. They need support too, but like check your backyard.
Yeah.
Before you go to Walmart and you go buy this and you're like, oh man, I'm going to Walmart to get some.
Say the best lunch meat is from the smaller delis.
Yeah,
You go to
yeah.
Walmart and buy lunch meat, it's shits.
Yeah.
Or, and then go to Giant, it's real expensive.
Mhm.
Go to a butcher shop. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Support your local businesses and local arts and crafts and all that fun stuff. It's super
I'm gonna
important.
sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze, sir. What's she saying? Would you curse?
When you curse, a question mark come up.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Question mark.
It has to censor.
That's all I have for news for me.
I got another one then.
Go ahead,
too,
Ben.
in the-
Rattle it
in-
off. Get it in
so,
you.
so we all know that
I don't know.
Doom for 1993 has the free code that anyone can program it into anything between your iPad, your phone,
A TI-81.
TI-81. You can literally program it into anything if you are able to do it. Well, some dude from California decided to actually program it in a pregnancy test.
And I watched the video. I didn't know the pregnancy test had that
What?
much
I think
digital layout.
they only swapped. I think they swapped out the monitor,
Oh, okay.
and the original thing is just the actual shell of it.
Oh, okay.
But
so
just
it's
to have
kinda,
it-
it's kind of cheated a little bit.
But just to
Yeah,
have
probably.
it on such a small display
Yeah.
and then playing,
I mean, it
overall,
looks awful. Let's be honest.
still,
I mean,
but it's still an
the guy did-
impressive feat,
the,
though.
the guy did get it to run Doom on
Yeah.
a little tiny screen on a pregnancy test.
yeah, yeah,
Is this Doom like a video game?
yeah. That's the
Okay.
same
Sure.
doing. It's
Video
like,
game?
yeah, yeah.
So you have to pee on it to control it.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I was like, how do you play that?
And it goes to the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a boy.
Yeah.
You're pregnant.
You're pregnant.
Demon spawn.
Shoot,
Yeah,
shoot it away.
Demon
Hey,
spawn.
it's a creative way to announce your pregnancy to the world after
Not like,
Doom.
not like that.
During Doom.
Not like that California couple that put down thousands of acres burned down from
Yeah.
a gender reveal party.
Oh
They,
my
they started a
God.
wildfire in California
Really?
during a gender reveal party.
I
Yeah.
did not know
Jesus.
that. That's awful.
And the lady that actually started the gender reveal parties or just got the trend going, she's like, "Stop it! Just stop it!" I can imagine her just screaming in this interview. It's it's stupid. It's fucking
Like
stupid.
Karen?
Yeah. It's it was just one of those.
How about that
things.
Karen mask that I shared?
Oh, I love that.
So I looked
Karen
up
mask.
that guy's actually a drag queen, and but he does all makeup and special effects. He makes the mask. It's
Yeah.
$180, $160 for Karen. I was
Oof.
like, I'm gonna get it and be Karen for Halloween. I'm like, ooh, there's actually two. He makes other masks too. He makes legit all different types of Halloween masks. I forget
Oh,
the name
neat.
of his Instagram.
Yeah.
I have to share it, but it's awesome.
I don't want to get political, but I'm going to get real quick, right?
Okay.
I won't stand for it.
All right. So if this
And
offends
he's
you, if this
protesting.
offends you, I'm sorry. But so this is something I thought was funny.
Max is TI-81, 83. Whoa, all right, fancy pants.
Oh.
He wants to know if he can program Doom onto it.
You actually can.
Yes,
I remember that somebody
apparently
had
so.
one in school, and I was like, fucking Doom. I think you only have 2 levels, but
Yeah.
It's
still.
wild. Yeah.
So have you guys been seeing the Blue Lives, Police Lives Matters flags? Obviously, that are going around.
I've seen maybe not in person, but on the internet.
Did you see the ones that they do with Trump? Or what it's Trump and the Blue Lives Matter, but they use the Punisher logo?
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
is
I
it
did
blue
see
and
that,
black?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like the Punisher logo, but his one tooth is the blue line.
Okay.
Or it's going down the
Yeah.
face. Or it's the Punisher logo,
I seen
but
a
it's
The
similar one,
creator of
yeah.
Trump's
Punisher
hair.
is super pissed
Oh,
about
God.
that. Yeah.
Like Punisher killed police officers in the comic.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't kill them unless
Like
they're
dirty
they're-
cop.
Yeah,
like
dirty
Yeah,
cops.
extremely
he-
dirty
Well, and that's-
cops,
I mean,
yeah.
He's not. He kills people. Cops don't kill people, right?
Yeah, well, I
Like,
mean,
even bad people.
Bad
but-
ones
but,
do,
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
but
I mean,
like not all cops are bad. Is what I'm saying is like the whole purpose of the protest is not saying that every cop is a piece of shit. It's just like let's get rid of the bad ones and the good ones should stand up and say we don't want you either. You know what I mean? And that's what good cops are doing, and we're making a right change. But like the people just like, oh no, none of that's all bullshit. And Blue Lives Matter and nobody else are like. But anyway, that one or the Trump one, right? But like even like people who are like, well, Punisher would be like for the cops. I'm like,
No,
not always, not always.
Well, a cop should arrest the drug dealer and then send him to jail. Punisher would just shoot him in the head.
Yeah, and then like
Yeah.
wasn't Kingpin loosely based off like a Trump style character where he was like a mogul millionaire?
I don't know. I think Kingpin probably would have came out in the 70s or
But that's,
70s.
but that's like the first appearance. Like that's
I'll
in
look it up.
Amazing Spider-Man number 55.
Yeah.
When it first appearance of the.
But I mean, like, there's a lot of
He's
there's a
like-
lot of things that are very similar to Kingpin and Trump.
Maybe
Well,
they
of
added.
course,
after
yeah.
that.
They
I mean,
probably
maybe
added on
later. I don't think
dynamics, yeah.
originally. I thought he was rich, but also kind of like a mobster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He came out in 1967. So.
But what I'm
Trump was
saying
probably
is-
was that,
is
was that
the-
Spider-Man 55?
the Punisher goes after
50.
corruption and bad things. So I'm just saying, not so like, and not all politicians are good, and there's evil on both sides. Just funny when people like who don't read comic books are just
Yeah,
like,
they just take it.
this
Well,
this is a
what we
badass
think it-
character, and we're gonna put it
This
on
is what we think it
an
means.
Whoa,
image.
yeah.
Oh, so they're like basically saying Punisher is doing something completely different than what he really
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
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 Well, then they should read up
Yeah.
on Punisher.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's how a lot
Yeah.
of them political people. They take whatever they want and turn it to. They spin it to what they want it to.
It's just funny because
That's so
I
annoying.
seen some people wearing it. And I was like,
be. You know.
"What's your favorite Punisher issue?"
Well,
I was like,
Do you know what the Punisher does?
Yeah.
Do not know
Do you know what
him.
he
There's
stands
there's
for?
one image, the one panel I'd always get is where Punisher's holding the cop by his ankle over the roof.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do this, I'm a cop. And he goes, sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
He lets
Yeah.
him go. I'm like, and then someone makes this t-shirt. Like,
Yeah.
I
They don't
don't
even know. They never read a comic.
No.
They watched the movie.
it's just funny to me.
There's some
he
real-
shoots black people. That's what we like.
Yeah.
You know, it's like.
Not always.
There's a
no.
lot of.
They
there's a
actually
lot
killed
of-
Italians.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
He killed Italians.
Like there's a lot of dark stuff with the Punisher, especially if you get like one of his like war journals or whatever, where he actually shows like his arsenal of guns, right?
Mhm.
And like one of them is a toy gun, like a Colt 45 or like it's
Yeah.
like a cowboy pistol, and he goes, This is my most important gun. This belonged to my son, which died." And like you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like out of the woodwork, and it's just like it's just like a side swipe. Definitely look at like the
But,
war journal.
but what I
stuff.
wanted to get
It's
into
pretty
is not
wild.
just my opinion, but how
Yeah.
you were saying the creator of the comic is like, please stop using my
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
he's
it's
just
not-
like, this is not.
don't
yeah.
use my character for
This
that.
is not.
Yeah.
it.
That's not what I
Yes.
want you to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they
So-
have to ask permission technically anyway.
Well, no, they just take the.
He's
No.
like, it's like Calvin.
They
Calvin
yeah,
peeing
they,
on
they
stuff.
just take it and they put the Punisher skull with like the blue
Oh.
flag and they're not giving Marvel any money.
Yeah.
Marvel could sue.
No, just
like
like
They
cease and
could.
desist.
it's literally
they
the
could.
same terms of like Calvin, how Calvin was used to
The
pee
pee
on
on stuff.
everything
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
people
that's
didn't like.
true.
And the creator was like, that's not what I wanted my character
Yeah.
to do. Like, that's not.
I always wanted Calvin pissing on the Pottsville High School logo when I was in school. I was like, fuck this school.
I hate him.
Yeah, I hate
Fuck
school.
this place.
Anyway,
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up. It's a little political, but just
No,
like
it's
the
all
creator
right.
of the character comic is just like,
yeah, they came out and
There's
said,
so
please don't.
much.
yeah,
Yeah.
please stop doing this. Yeah. Yeah, just funny. It was entertaining to me. It's like when people use memes. Like, my favorite one too is when a woman or a man will post a meme of saying how awesome of a couple they are because they can go through hell and be still together, and they'll use Joker and Harley, and I'm like, oh, so you're into domestic violence?
Yeah.
So you
wanna
guys,
get-
so you guys beat the shit out of each other and
Wait a
emotionally
minute.
scar
that
each
pisses
other.
me off so much.
Like, do you even know what that character's about?
Yeah.
they don't. They just call. They look nice together.
Yeah,
No. Oh,
they're
that pisses me off.
kind of both crazy, and
Yeah,
we
yeah,
yell
yeah.
at each other.
Crazy like you kill people.
Yeah.
It's
Well, yeah.
If you're yelling at each other on a regular basis, you're pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You're
maybe
pretty
see,
fucked up.
Well,
Maybe
then
see a
it's not a good
therapist.
Maybe you
relationship.
should leave.
Yeah.
nothing.
Right.
Maybe you
Great
should get your
call.
head examined.
Nothing juices my gears like punching each other and saying we're like Harley and Joker.
Yeah.
Very unhealthy.
That's
please,
not cute at
please.
all.
And I just Billy Trayed the
And-
table with my knee.
Yeah.
Only,
Yeah, it's always
only
like-
Billy Trey hits.
It's
the
like when the
table.
Joker, the Joker movie, like when the Joker movie came out, and people who, it was very easy to watch that movie and be like, I support the Joker because I feel like I'm depressed and no one ever helps me, and I feel like society's
Yeah.
kicking me down. It's
Yeah.
like you can justify and like, no, he's a bad person.
Mhm.
You're not a bad person. Like, you don't
Yeah.
have to like the whole reason of the Joker's existence is, do you take that and turn yourself into evil, or do you turn yourself into positive? That's the whole premise of Batman versus Joker, good versus evil. But I'll get into one of my things I watched because
Okay,
it's
fair
nothing
enough.
new. It's just kind of, if you haven't seen the Joker movie, spoiler alerts, but I rewatched the Joker movie. I did a post about it, and I have a different take on the movie. I personally feel that 90% of the movie that you watched never happened at all.
That's one of the theories. Yeah, that it
Mhm.
only starts when he's at the insane asylum at the end,
Yeah,
and everything else is him
Oh wow.
believing it.
telling a different
Yeah.
story. Because there's a few tells on a few calls that I kind of was picking up on in the movie. And then I watched the
Mhm.
video later on. I was like, holy shit, there's even more that I didn't notice and this guy picked up on. So if you, every time he goes to see his therapist and she refuses him medical treatment and he's yelling at her, there's a clock on the wall.
Mhm.
And it's like always stuck on the same time. But then when Joker's sitting in his cell before he goes into his interview at the very end, the same clock is on the wall.
Oh, okay.
So he's mentally in his head telling the story, but he's in that room. So kind of like says it's kind of like a tell
Oh.
saying that he's not really where he
That's
is.
when you know that's a
I didn't
good
catch
movie
that.
right
Yeah.
there.
When
You know
he
that's
Well,
sees-
not really. I mean, you could have that. And
I mean, if you, I mean, yeah, but I mean,
Attention
still
to
though,
detail.
like it's just cool, like just telling like a first story and then coming up with another theory. That
but
type
it
of
could
deal,
work.
like just
It
theories.
could work both ways, though.
So when
obviously
he
he
sees-
pretended that he was with the girl and stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean, like I believe that in the movie they wanted him to go and he actually shot and killed what's his name.
I think he kills the girl. Because when he goes back to his hotel room
Yeah.
and he gets naked and he's sitting there in his underwear, in the background you can hear ambulances and fire and
Oh.
paramedics coming.
The neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're definitely dead.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
every single time, so he goes back to his room and he kind of has a manic state and he starts dancing. Every single time the Joker dances that movie, it's after he had a violent outburst,
Okay.
Mhm. I agree with that.
or he had something violent happen where he
Mhm.
shot a gun or he hurt somebody or he attacked somebody. He danced.
Mhm.
I don't think the laughing was a state of him having a condition.
Mhm.
I think that was made up to show sympathy for him. I think he laughed because he thought it was funny that he was selling you bullshit and you were buying it. Kind of like how Heath Ledger, every time you see him, he's like, you know how I got these scars, and it was a
Yeah.
different story every time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think a lot of that movie was him telling you bullshit, and then every single time that when you see him and he's telling a more lie,
Mhm.
everyone around him is smiling at him. And,
It's deception.
and it's people are loving him, like when he was supposedly killing it doing his stand-up
Yeah,
routine,
yeah.
and then they're like, no, he probably wasn't. You know what I mean? Like just how. Like
Yeah.
I think a lot of that movie was pure deception. It was just Joker telling his story so you can sympathize with him, and then you can sympathize with him because you could. Most of his goons are people who have mental illness and have problems and feel like society put you down. And if him telling that story is a way for you to sympathize for him, like I don't think at all that he had a town of people
Mhm.
who were protesting for him because he
Yeah.
murdered those kids. If you notice, they're all wearing the same mask.
Mhm.
When he first goes to his job,
Mhm.
the same mask is sitting on his stand.
Mm.
So in his head, that's his correlation to the mask that everybody else is wearing. They
Mhm.
all wore the same exact mask. And then if you watch in the movie, they were actually protesting the trash not being picked up. So what he was probably correlating everyone protesting the garbage not being picked up in Gotham, he was probably doing it by saying protesting the signs of him murdering those kids and people saying that it was for him, but they weren't really doing it for him.
Mhm.
But to get people to buy into him and support him and to join his group, he's telling you bullshit so you
Mhm.
sympathize with him. So when
Highly plausible. on
But then,
that. That's
like,
pretty
agree with
good.
if
that.
he killed the kids, then when did he go to the insane asylum?
I think possibly some of the story may be
'Cause-
true. Like he had to do something to get himself
Yeah.
in there,
The
right?
neighbor, the guy on TV.
Yeah, I don't even know if he truly killed the guy on TV. Like that's where you don't know it's bullshit or
Yeah.
not. Like he's in there for a reason.
Well, they spent it where for the second one, which they weren't planning, but they made so much money. They're like, well, we got to do the second one.
Yeah,
They can go either way.
exactly. So it maybe some of that is true, but we don't know.
Yeah.
That's the thing is you don't know what is and what isn't because
Yeah.
I think a lot of what he was
did
selling
do
you
all
was
that,
fake.
and then they caught him, and
Yeah.
then they put him in. And
It's
Arkham.
very interesting. It's because it's like you don't know what's real and what's not real.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
He's
And,
very manipulative.
and I thought it was a really cool. Like the first time I watched, I took it for what I was being told on the screen, and I kind of fell into that trap where I was like, man, like I wish people would just treat each other good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But a part of me watched it, and I was like, if we would just treat each other better, we wouldn't have people like this doing terrible things. But then there was people who watched it were like, no, I can justify me going and harming people because society deserves it. and like people who watch that movie, you can tell who are the Batmans of the world
Yeah.
and who are the Jokers.
But
of
he
the
was
world.
also insane and bad.
Yeah.
Just, he was generally evil.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
He
people,
needed
but
help,
people,
yeah.
there's literally, if you watch on social media when that movie came out,
Yeah.
there was people who were like Team Joker.
Yeah.
Like, no, what he did
Well,
was
well,
right.
like that movie Falling Down.
Exactly. Yeah. I thought it was a very interesting. Like I just go back and rewatch it and just kind of don't buy into what you're being told.
Yeah.
Like kind of look at the signs that are like, oh, this is bullshit. You know what I mean? Like a lot of it was complete bullshit. Like I don't know. It's really
It
interesting.
was good. I wish it was a little more comic booky though. Like,
Yeah.
what- you know. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a very interesting way of doing the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
I
And
enjoyed it.
that was really the only thing I watched. I started watching my first anime,
Oh my.
but I started watching it and did not know that was not English subtitles.
Oh.
So sometimes when I'm doing stuff like I'm watching TV is when I started trying to like put our post out and trying to get more traction on social media or using the hashtags or making posts. Or,
You got 10 minutes through an anime that was
so
speaking
I'm halfway in,
Japanese.
halfway out. So a lot of times I'll put something on TV and I'll listen to it and be like, oh, that caught me. So I'll kind of watch it. So that's kind of how I watch TV sometimes. 'Cause I'm trying to do a lot at once because I run so many shows. And I was like, all right, I'll put it as an anime. And I watched like the first 10 minutes and then I started trying to do like that. And I was like, I can't because they're speaking in Japanese and I have to physically read every single thing that's being told to me. So I feel like I was missing out on a lot. But I started watching.
That's something you have to pay attention to. 'cause
Yeah.
You have to
So
read.
I'm going to give it another shot when I have time and get into it. But I started watching that
Attack on
Attack
Titan.
on
Attack on
Titan.
Titan. Yeah.
I believe there's English or
There
English
are
dubbed.
English, yeah, there are.
So
the one on
English
dubbed
of it.
means it's in English language.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one on Netflix is all Japanese.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
You can't get it switched.
No, I don't think so.
I think
I
I
don't
think
know, so I
Crunchyroll
can't-
might have it.
I checked.
with
I
it
checked on the
dubbed.
Crunchyroll on HBO Max,
Mhm.
and it was not on there.
Mm,
Well, not like
okay.
with Sailor Moon on Hulu, you can pick dubbed.
Oh,
or-
really?
Yeah.
I didn't check Hulu
Yeah.
because I went on Crunchyroll on HBO and it wasn't on there.
Mm.
And then I went to Netflix. I knew it was on there, and I started watching. I'm like, oh, it's all Japanese.
Unless maybe go back, maybe you can pick. I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is Sailor Moon on
Yeah,
Hulu. You can.
because usually you can actually do it on the.
It will say subtitles
yeah,
or
it'll say
dubbed.
subtitles or dubbed. Yeah.
Yeah.
In
So,
your
I
option
But some
settings.
don't though.
Yeah,
So-
I gave it a shot. I mean, I didn't hate it. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't hate it.
I know they
thought it-
fight big, skinny, skinless monsters or something.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I will dive back in and see how it goes. I'll try a couple episodes.
Definitely give that one a chance because that one kind of is really neat how that whole concept is, like coming from the inner wall and then expanding out.
In
Oh,
your-
I did not, Billy. I did play a game too. I just remembered. So we went and grabbed the Fortnite
The Marvel?
DLC for Marvel, the Marvel DLC for Fortnite, and me and Billy were playing it. It's really fun. It's a really good time. So when you first started, I think I bought like the season pass in like 25 levels, so I had Thor. But like every time you unlock a character, you have to do a couple things, and then you get to a certain level, and they give you missions for the character. So then Thor, you have to find his hammer in the ground. Then you get his hammer as like your item to smash the trees and collect your resources. And then you do a couple more missions, like you go to a spot in the map and then do something to get something else done. And at the very end, you do a taunt, and your taunt gives you another skin. So like, do you remember when Thor turns into like the god, and instead of the Thor, it's like all black and he's all
Yeah.
lightning and he's like blue with a really
Yeah.
blonde. So he turns into that. Then when you unlock She-Hulk, you play as her as a human, and then when you finish all her missions, you go and you smash go here, smash a vase and taunt. So you smash the vase and taunt, and then she screams and she turns into She-Hulk. But then you do another mission where you do, I guess, alternate skin of her, and then once you finish that, then you taunt and she turns into the Red Hulk.
Oh, okay. The
Very
Red
cool.
And
She-Hulk,
she looks fucking awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Groot, you do a couple missions, you find Sapling, and then you get Groot, and then you do a couple missions, and then instead of having a backpack on, Rocket Raccoon flies around with you.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're
Oh.
rocketing,
Yeah.
but Rocket doesn't shoot anybody, which sucks. Yeah. So it has Thor, She-Hulk, Groot. It has Mystique, Storm, Iron Man, Doctor Doom, and I want to say there's somebody else.
Wolverine.
Wolverine's there, but the way Wolverine works is they stretch him out over the length of the season. So you have to do so many missions in week 1 and 2, and then you have to do go on the map and find a certain thing to unlock the first challenge. So the first challenge is like go to this location and find 3 sets of scratch marks. So there's scratch marks all over this one section of the map, and when you find 3 of them, you're done your mission. Then you have to wait a couple more days, and it's like go here and find this. And then you get the mission. And then by the time you're like week 5 or 6 into the battle pass, then you unlock Wolverine.
Okay.
So there's two different things. There's missions, and then there's levels 1 through 100. And the 1 through 100, you get all the other characters. But then when you do the challenges for the every couple weeks, that's the Wolverine challenges.
Okay. And I heard they go away after a certain time. Is that true?
Yeah, but if once you unlock the characters, you keep them.
Okay.
that's
Just
cool.
the map will change. So some of the Marvel stuff on the map will then disappear.
Which, yeah.
Yeah,
That makes absolute sense.
it's a lot of fun, man. So me and
So
Billy
then,
were
can you
playing
play
that.
the regular game as Thor then? Like,
Yeah, you can play.
Like
Once
once
you
you-
unlock
once you
Thor,
get-
you can have the Thor skid forever.
okay.
So then you play as Tony Stark's for once you hit level 90 for the first 10 levels, you're only Tony Stark.
Yeah.
And then once you hit level 100 and do the challenges, then when you taunt, he touches his chest and then the suit comes
oh,
up.
okay. So you're just doing the
That's
normal
cool.
Fortnite things as
Yeah.
the character.
Yeah, it's still a Fortnite game,
Mhm.
except they add a little Marvel twist to
I've
it.
seen a commercial and
It's fun. It was really fun. Yeah, the one of the first week challenges, you have to go to a mansion and Doctor Doom's there, and you have to kill Doctor Doom 3 times.
Oh wow.
Now it's hard because you're playing a battle royale game where 100 people are playing at the same time and they're all trying to do the same challenges.
boy.
So everyone's trying to kill each other, but be the one to take
Yeah.
Doctor Doom down. So it's,
There you go.
Crazy.
Yeah.
it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and people are running around as Thor, and some people are still playing as the old one. So like some people are playing as Deadpool, some people are playing as Batman. So it's one of the only games where literally you can be
Yeah,
on the
there's
screen and a
crossover,
guy's Batman and Harley,
Yeah.
and you're running around as Thor and Iron Man, which is kind of crazy to think
Yeah.
about. I think, as far as I can think of, that's the only video game in history that's ever done that.
The only thing closer is probably Little Big Planet because there was Marvel. And I believe there was DC costumes for that.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably
And then there was that Marvel DC crossover then too.
an actual
A
game.
comic
Like comic
book?
book, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
he's
what I
talking
meant,
games.
I'm talking about video
I know,
games
what's that
where
like?
you can have like
I'm just looking at crossovers in general.
yeah, I'm just saying like video games where you can have like the actual characters on
Yeah, I
screen.
don't know any other. Maybe some pinball game where you like.
Listen, man,
Marvel
I know a lot of people
thing in
shit on
DC one.
Fortnite, man, but they've broken a lot of fucking barriers.
I do.
They broke a
I don't
lot
like
of
it either.
they broke a lot of barriers. They're one of the first games that showed that they can make a free game and sustain on just cosmetic skins. They're one of the first games that's shown that you don't need to make Fortnite 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just keep updating it. They've shown that crossplay is a thing that's easy to do, where other consoles can play with each other. And now they're one of the first games that you like. There's actual game events where the game changes according to what's going on. I don't.
Well, that used to happen in MMOs too.
And what?
MMOs. They did
MMOs,
have different game
yeah.
events.
But I mean,
that.
like they legit have ones where like a fucking concert happens and everyone goes into a map and a legit
Yeah.
concert's happening for an hour. But if you're not there at that login, you never see it ever again. Like some weird shit like that. Like it's I don't know. I think they broke a lot of ground when it comes to.
not my cup of tea. I'll say that.
It's not. Yeah, it's not for me either.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
good for everybody else.
Yeah, it just shows that there's a lot more that could be done in the game industry.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's fun. There's a lot going on there. Netflix
Congrats.
also has audio options. You might have to look through those. All right, so I will definitely check it out to see if I can watch
Yeah,
that.
sometimes
we're
it's like
saying,
yeah.
yeah.
like even for like a show like The Office, sometimes it's like in Spanish and stuff.
I just finished The Office again.
Really?
Yeah, I just finished it.
I love
How
that
many
show
times
so
is this
much.
now?
Second two seasons not as good as the rest. They're
I love them all.
Significantly not as good,
I
but they're still good.
I disagree. I like
but-
them all.
Really,
like
but
them
you
all,
think that
too.
the last season is as good as one
Yes.
of, really?
100%.
I agree.
I-
I'm with Tony.
There's
Be-
no way that last season is as good as like the second or third.
For me, because
Absolutely
I've
not.
grown such an emotional attachment to every single character,
I'm the
I
same.
thought it was one of the only shows that had a honest like you were satisfied with the ending.
Yes.
I wasn't satisfied with the characters at last. I think the Andy and Aaron storyline was horrible. What happened with that? Because he left the show to go do that movie. How did that work out for him? Not
Yeah.
good. That's when they fired Kevin. That was terrible.
There's
The
only
new-
one
The
episode.
new characters. No, he was gone for the rest of the season. Remember, he had the bar and everything.
Yeah, but that was they fired him, and it was literally just like there was like a 2-part season finale. He was only fired for the season.
I thought he was
finale.
fired for the whole last season.
Oh no, he was there every episode.
No, he was there. Just he
Oh.
was. Like the season finale is broken into 2 parts.
Yeah.
So he was fired on part 1, and then part 2.
Oh, I
is
thought
when,
he was fired for the whole season. I don't
No,
know.
no,
That
he's there the
Andy
whole
and Aaron
time.
storyline, that was garbage. That was when the writer's strike happened too.
Yeah. So like
That was awful.
But even when that was happening, there was a lot of other good
because
stuff
the
happening,
characters,
too.
yeah, but we're at the buffet. 40 items are good, but
Just-
the 41st one
just-
sucks. That
just-
41st one still sucks.
Yeah, but I just don't eat it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it still sucks. You can't just say that. Oh, it's okay. No, it still sucks.
But it's a great buffet. Overall, it was. a
But
good
that one
buffet.
item still sucks.
One of my favorite buffets.
Yeah. I go to buffet.
I don't know.
I think
I don't
Andy's
know.
getting to the point
The-
where
the last
if
two
it's-
seasons were not
if
as
it's on
good.
if it's one thing you were trying to enjoy everything about it, and it's just that one
You
thing.
can't. You
It's that
can't
one
say. You
particular
can't say
thing
it's
that-
flawless if there's
Yeah.
one thing.
Well, I'm
that
not
isn't
saying it's
good.
flawless, but I'm
Yeah.
saying I enjoyed it all the way through.
Well, I did too, but the last
Yeah.
2 seasons are not as good as the
Like
rest.
honestly, a lot of people hate it when Michael left. I
They
thought
did.
It went down a little, but it
I
was
thought
still
Will,
good.
I thought Will Ferrell was funny,
Yeah,
he
was good.
funny.
and I thought it was just the perfect timing. I
Idris
thought
Elba was funny.
I thought Idris Elba was
And then
yes,
Joe.
he was.
Robert California was
I love
hilarious.
Robert California,
Yeah.
the Lizard King.
Yeah. I
I didn't care so much for.
He went to corporate and made himself the
Yeah,
CEO.
because he talked. Yeah. The,
Nobody else does that.
what was her name? Ellie? No, wait,
Ellie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think she was alright.
Oh, you're talking about
the British.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, she was
I
alright.
hated her.
Oh, really?
I didn't hate her, but I hated her character. For a
Yeah,
long
I didn't really
time.
care for the character.
I love her.
I thought she felt forced. The girl that was flirting with Pam or flirting with Jim felt first.
Oh, I hate her so
the
much.
black-haired girl.
Yeah,
I was like,
Kathy.
no. And then the 3 interns at the end in the last season.
see, I liked
No.
Plop,
Plop and what's his name. I thought they were funny. Dwight Jr.
Dwight Jr.
Yeah.
I thought they were funny.
And then when they got added some more different warehouse people, I'm like, no.
I like
The girl Daryl hooked was with.
Yes.
Val, but then they got rid of her.
Val,
She only
yeah.
lasted for like 1 or 2
she
seasons.
didn't last that long,
Yeah.
but I also like
The quirky guy.
yeah, what
He was
is
like,
his
Thanks,
name?
Daryl, man. That was really nice
Yeah.
of you. Well,
Have
the
you
main.
noticed gum got mintier lately?
Well, you know why they did the. You know why they fired everyone in the warehouse?
Why did they quit?
No, because one of the main other guys that were in the warehouse was a comedian named Patrice O'Neill.
Yeah, he died.
And he died.
Yeah.
So they were like, that was like the next main warehouse guy. So they didn't know how to do it. So they kind of just like, and everybody else is kind of expendable. So they're like, we'll just get.
Yeah.
we'll
Well, they
just-
were.
Yeah. So we'll just get new characters.
I like the Pakistani guy that was a doctor and then he worked
yeah.
the warehouse.
Oh, where he
It
killed
might
his
have
old
killed-
boss.
Yeah, it might kill someone.
I love him too.
Yeah, I know. I love The Office.
We were
I love it too, but I'm just saying the last 2 seasons not as good as the rest.
and we were
Yeah.
all supposed to meet that doctor at OfficeCon this year.
If
by the
they
way.
were at 10, last 2 seasons were at 8.
Honestly, I think the them pushing it off is going to be a good thing.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
So I think they're going to be able to snag more possible people on the show.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because they're not refunding anyone. They're like, no, this is happening. We'll find a day that works. But it's gonna be a good time. We're going all weekend. It's gonna be a blast. The Office Con.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
how many days we're going. I think we're just gonna go Saturday.
Oh, hopefully they have it.
They
Dude,
better
I
have
love
it. I'm gonna
rap.
be I'm gonna be so upset.
I love something, Billy Jason. And then it said concerts is gory.
He said LLPB. I don't know what that means.
Oh,
There's a
LPB.
game code that you can walk into mini games and play with your party. Love The Office. My favorite episode is when Holly first meets Kevin. When
Oh,
she-
yeah.
Oh, that's a good
That's
episode.
amazing.
Such a good
Yeah.
episode.
She's like, you know he's stupid, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, that's not
Oh, he's
nice.
slow.
And she's like,
No, I'm not. Slow.
Terrible prank to play on somebody. Absolutely terrible.
Kevin, would you like some candy?
It's one
or
of my
when Kevin
favorite shows.
knows that Oscar is gay and having an affair, he's like, I didn't say anything.
That's one of my favorite Kevin moments because he kept it the secret the whole time.
I did
and
like
he was so proud.
Gabe was a good new character.
Gabe was real
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
He's
he's, weird
creepy,
but
though.
good.
Yeah.
So creepy. The skeleton man.
Well, Andy sucked as a boss, but when Aaron left Andy, and then he did the whole thing where he brought Gabe back and brought the other girl's the Plop's girlfriend in.
Yep, and they had that awkward meeting.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
was funny.
So good.
Yeah, I sure too can cry. All right, now I know you're like a stone, right?
Mhm.
To get emotion out of Andy may be tough at point. Is there any point in time watching The Office where you're like, oh, that's
Sad?
not sad, but maybe like forced maybe emotion at? There's a few episodes that I have to hold back.
Really?
Possibly
I
crying.
cry a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
So like in other
Oh,
words,
and-
it's organic where like you're like, man.
Like the
that's
wedding.
sad."
The wedding is Jim and Pam's wedding
Jim,
is
I cry all the time in
Oh,
that
no, no.
episode. I
the-
bawl.
when Michael leaves with Pam.
That's sad.
I also
That's
bawl.
sad, yeah.
Or when Michael comes to Pam's art show,
Yeah,
I cry there
Oh,
too.
that one didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
I
I just
can't.
think
I
it's so
can't see
sweet.
Andy crying.
No,
at
so
all.
I don't.
sweet.
You're just like.
I don't get
Dwight's
emotional or
drag.
anything.
Dwight's wedding.
Oh, that's so good too. I also cry there.
When Michael Scott showed, he's like, I can't be your bestest man because I'm older. And then Michael, I knew you'd come, and he goes, that's what she said.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought should have had some more lines in there.
yeah. I love.
I don't like that Dwight and Angela ended together
really.
because
Oh.
Angela was terrible.
Yeah.
His true love was the dental hygienist
Isabel.
from Carbondale. Yeah,
Isabel.
No,
Angela cheated on him.
his true
she-
love was
she
like,
lied
was
to
the,
him?
the milkmaid that he was with.
Oh, the milk. Yeah, she was hot. Yeah,
Wow.
I like if he's-
Isabella liked him for him.
Yeah.
She
She
didn't.
did.
But she didn't make him run around. She didn't make him run through hoops or anything. Just like Karen with Jim.
But he wanted that baby. He knew it was his
Karen
kid.
with Jim.
So
no,
Karen with
Yeah,
Jim was
but-
better.
No.
Karen liked Jim for Jim, and she didn't make him do anything. She didn't stay in a relationship and say, "I think I like you, but I don't like you."
And then
Karen's like, "I like you."
Karen never flirted with a boom mic operator.
Yeah, yeah. That was a stupid storyline. I hated
That
it.
was a stupid storyline. I don't like that storyline either.
It's 'cause-
Anyway.
Pam did not flirt with Brian, by the way. Brian flirted with her, and she ignored.
Did
Yep.
she?
Yeah, she did.
she-
Oh, yeah,
I
she
didn't
did.
know that was his
She-
character.
She went to his arms.
I thought that was terrible.
He's like, "Oh, I'll hug you, Pam," and she leaned into him.
Ugh.
Me and Jim were
You
fighting.
don't
I'll
hug
leave
your
It was
friends?
almost like
You
they were
don't hug
doing the
your
same
friends?
thing with Jim and Pam. They were trying it again. It's like, you know what? Time to end the show. I did not like that.
I think Pam meant well, but I think Pam was. Me and Heidi fight us all the time. I think Pam was a little selfish.
Yeah,
I disagree.
she was.
No.
I can go to New York and I can learn art that I won't use, but you can't go to Philly for your job that will support this whole family.
That you created this whole thing.
Yeah,
I
No.
want. You
How
in
is that
Scranton.
fair?
I want you in Scranton.
yeah.
No, I don't think so.
But I'll go to New
Jim
York.
forced her, not forced, but like encouraged her to go.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
supported
but
her.
he let her.
Yeah, he did support her.
Wait,
She
yeah.
she
didn't
didn't-
support him.
Yeah.
I don't know. She did. She just didn't like that he spent all that money.
I don't know.
Yeah, but he made money then because they were
He
successful.
did, but I think she was just.
Pam did nothing with her art career.
Well, no, she came back early and
She
didn't
painted a
finish.
mural.
Yeah,
She
paid the
came
mo-
back
I'm
early
free.
and didn't finish her degree so she could be with Jim.
Yeah, but I don't.
D'Angelo was awful. Oh, I disagree.
Who was D'Angelo?
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. I
Oh,
love
was that?
him.
Oh, yeah. I liked
Yeah.
him. I thought he was funny. He was only on for what, 3 episodes?
Yeah, we're doing a dunk contest.
And then he died.
Yeah, he died.
He gets paralyzed or
I
something.
thought that. I thought
And he
was
comes
funny.
back. Look, Pat's like, look it. I'm juggling. No hands.
No, he was funny.
Ben, what have you been watching?
Well, I've actually been playing some games.
Whoa.
I played
What game?
Moon.
Okay.
That one I mentioned about with Steve.
Not Harvest Moon.
Not Harvest Moon, just regular Moon. 1997 PlayStation game. Cult classic back in the day. Brought to the Switch August 28th or something like that.
Have you played anything new and relevant that people may want to check out?
No, move on.
Okay. This is an old game that just got re-released on the Switch.
Oh, okay.
now.
Yes.
You
So
should've
it's-
let off
That's
with
why I
that.
said.
It's not an old game. It's on the Switch
Yeah.
right
All
now.
right.
It just recently came out for the
You've
Switch.
been
I
like this
understand.
game about the review. You can buy right now
Yeah.
on the Switch. It's called
Yeah.
Moon.
I think it's only $20, right?
$18.
Okay.
All right.
18.75.
Now talk
with
about your
tax.
game.
So this is the game. You would actually like this, Bree, if you want to take a little break from Animal Crossing. I know you love it.
I do.
But anyhow, it's a very wholesome game in the sense that
Have you ever heard of somebody open up a line of video game? How's that game? Wholesome.
Well, you could say that about Harvest Moon
What is it,
and
1-2
Stardew
Switch?
Valley.
but it's more of that meta game where you play as the hero in an RPG, and then your little kid gets sucked into that RPG and see what the hero is actually doing. He's doing like dickish moves, killing different monsters for no reason
This
whatsoever.
is exactly the one you were talking about last week, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyhow, I'm getting to the point. I got to
I
the
wasn't
point
here last week.
where I saved about, let's see, I think I saved about 20 plus creatures and became friends with so many different people. You build up a love. You build up love, and that's how you actually react and how you last throughout the game and do different tasks. And they have a time meter, like days of the week, then for specific characters to do stuff. It's a pretty wild game. It's really fun. It got to the point where even the creator of the game said, does anybody want a sequel or want any more games from us like this? And they're trying to get the band back together and try and bring a second game onto the Switch, very similar, or just in general, just to bring it out and actually, make games now, which is pretty wild because a lot of the games that you do see that the guy made, he made like No More Heroes. They're the same people that did Super Mario RPG because there's elements of that, and like music wise, beautiful music, absolutely beautiful music. I'm going like Trump here, like, but beautiful music.
Does
It's so
Trump say
beautiful.
beautiful?
Probably not.
I'm
No,
gonna
but I'm
say
just
no.
saying, like,
I mean, he says
that
words.
tone.
He
Yeah.
probably- I'm sure Beautiful was in there once or twice.
yeah, but it's still really a fun game overall.
An RPG without combat? Gather love to level up characters with their own lives and routines. Save the spirits of the murdered monsters' soul catch. Choose your own music with the Moon Disc system.
Yeah, it's a pretty wild, cool system because you can actually go to this guy named Burn, and that's where you buy your records then too. And you can make a mixed list of the of those discs, and you can actually have them play throughout the game, and it actually affects the game as well too.
It is.
Oh, very
so like
cool.
if you go to the desert and play like this flower waltz, the flowers grow in the desert. which
Oh,
is pretty
that's
wild.
cute. That's
And
cute.
if you played a certain music too, then the spirits of that monster would show up, and it's pretty cool.
It's like, yes, in this game you level up by loving, not fighting.
Oh, that's cute.
But
So
it's still
it is
pretty
different.
cool. It is very different. I'm really enjoying the hell out of it because it's just so niche. But yeah, that's what I've been playing mostly. I thought I'd delete my game, and I had to rip through the whole thing like for like 2-3 days. Now I'm up to like level 19 on my love meter. Yeah,
The love meter, which is your experience bar, apparently.
yeah.
Ben's been
exactly.
killing that department lately.
Hey, he's the love guru.
I don't know.
Remember that movie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. What are you watching?
What am I watching?
Some random anime.
No.
I watched
Actually-
14 things. How many can I say?
No.
I don't know where he gets
Actually-
the time.
Actually,
Wish I had the time to watch that much. My God.
no, I really haven't been watching entirely too much. I didn't really watch anything
Okay.
the past couple of days, but I promise I'm gonna go flip flop back and forth. I'm still gonna play Moon, obviously, so we're gonna save that for next week.
So here's what
but-
you should do. This is my take. Like I've been playing God of War, right?
I know,
But I'm like 3 levels in, so I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna
Okay.
finish it, and then when I'm done it, I'll give you my full review of the game.
The best is when Ben hasn't played the game and he talks about it. That's the best.
No, when he was literally playing the same game for like 3 months straight,
Onimushi Warlords.
and he just kept talking about the one
pots.
stage where where
Yeah.
the fucking pot. We heard that fucking pot story 13, and I just snapped one podcast. Like I can't do it no more, Ben. Stop talking about this fucking pot level. It's been a month.
Yeah. Beat it or don't. Eh?
Surprisingly, it's not surprising. You've told us 14 times.
I'll probably break out that Samurai Showdown anthology to play that just to play it.
You know what you should play?
What?
Here's your homework. Go play Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah, no one. I haven't heard anything about that.
Oh, yeah,
You know
that should
what?
be up by now, I guess.
Yeah, that's
you
been
have
out
that?
for a while. No, I don't have that.
That seems like something you would be into.
Yeah, it's like Dark Souls,
It's
right?
like relevant and it's popular, and you can play it and then give us your honest take on it.
But Moon's relevant too.
No, I would not say that.
I think it actually apparently
It just came out August 27th or 28th.
But I've been well. You know what? I lied. I have been watching this one streamer called Desert Pagoda, and it's a guy that just plays like random RPG games. And there's one it's called Bug's Tale, and it's like plays like Paper Mario. I actually want to play that because it just came out just recently.
Isn't that a movie like Ants?
Yes.
A Bug's
it
Tale?
was. It
Yeah.
was.
A Bug's
yeah.
Life.
A Bug's
Oh, Bug's
Life.
Life. Okay.
Bug's
Bug's
Tale is
Tale.
basically like you play.
Wasn't
as a bee.
Seinfeld the bug, or was he the ant?
That's B movie.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, that's
I
B
don't know,
movie.
okay.
I don't
No,
know.
the ant. That was Ants.
Ants
Yeah.
was the
Ants
whole
was
thing,
James,
and
James
still
Wood or something.
and also Sylvester Stallone was in that movie Ants, and Bug's Life. James Woods was actually the grasshopper
grasshopper.
hopper.
Oh,
yeah.
jeez. I never watched it. I just remember the.
All right,
Yeah.
we're
I
getting
remember
getting
too.
away from this.
We're
Bree, what do you got for us this week?
So, restarted Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I absolutely love it. It's hilarious. It has booted Parks and Rec out of number 2 in my favorite comedies. So
Really?
fun. Yes,
Oh,
it has.
Jesus.
Ooh, that's tough.
So sorry.
Yeah.
I love Ron Swanson. But Brooklyn Nine-Nine is absolutely hilarious. And I love Andy Samberg so much.
I like Lonely
hilarious.
Island.
Lonely Island is great. I have every one of their albums on my phone, and it is so hilarious. It really is.
Have you watched Mulan yet? I know you're the big Disney person.
Oh no, I haven't because
You're waiting till December.
I am
When
waiting
it's
to
free for
December.
everybody?
I am because I refuse to
Can't-
give Disney more money. I love Disney. I do. I love Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, everything. But they have enough money. They do not need more of my money.
I kind of agree.
Yeah,
I kind of agree.
I think that's a real shitty move on Disney's part. Like we already pay enough money for Disney Plus.
We're breaking her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like it's okay to love something, but not like when they have bad practices. So
Yeah.
she's like, "Fuck Disney."
I wouldn't
right
want
now.
to pay
I
more for
know.
WrestleMania. I already have the network.
Exactly.
it just pisses me off so much. I've been a diehard Disney fan since I was like 2, 3.
Heidi loves Mulan, and she was looking forward to it, and she's like, "Nope, not doing $30."
I've been waiting for
That's
this
a
Mulan
lot.
movie.
I get it, but that's
Wow.
It is a lot. That's like
That's
I did the math,
nutty.
and I'm not a math person. 2.5 movies for just to watch Mulan.
I
I mean,
could
really,
maybe
really,
see 20.
For
maybe.
30. Now,
To
if
rent?
if I go to Walmart and I'm a collector of DVDs, and I get the Blu-ray, 4K, and digital code
For
and
$24.99.
for $25 or $30 of tax, I can justify that because I physically have
Yeah,
something.
and you let people borrow it. You can have it forever.
Exactly.
But
But
not-
for a digital code,
A one-time watch.
suck
Ugh.
my
Yeah.
question marks.
I just think that is just a real. I think that's a real low blow on Disney's part. They make enough money. They do not need any more money from their fans here. So
Yeah.
I'm really bothered by that. I've been waiting for this Mulan movie. I was going in March to see with one of my best friends. We had plans. We're going to
Yeah.
be there, and now they do this.
I thought it looked pretty good from the one.
It
I've only
did.
seen one trailer, but I
And
thought
you
it
know
looks
what
pretty good.
And you know what the absolute worst thing is? McDonald's didn't actually release the Szechuan sauce with the Mulan movie. Bullshit.
Is that a
Well,
thing?
That used to
We'll
be.
support
That was going to
too.
be a thing.
Why not?
Yeah.
What was it released?
That
I
was
don't even know what that is.
It was released to the cartoon movie.
Yeah,
I
they were
didn't
supposed
know.
to. They were actually supposed to release it for the Mulan movie too.
Remember when all
it
the
first came
dickheads
out?
were getting all excited about that because it
Because
was
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, and here's the thing: it's not good.
I don't know what it is.
Hey, people were making $5,000 off of a packet of sauce.
Off idiots, which
I
I
know.
don't feel bad for either of them people.
No.
There.
I know. Hey,
It's not. It's
I
not.
don't make the rules.
It's not good sauce.
I watch
It's
'em.
not.
So in December, I will let you all know what I what I think of Mulan because I'll be watching that the minute it goes free.
So I think maybe I don't think we have to wait till December for it, but I think what we should do maybe once a month is we each take turns to pick a movie and then we all have to go watch it.
Except Ben.
Except
I
Ben.
ain't watching. What was it? Jihad Star Wars or whatever it was.
No,
the Jihad Batman.
Italian Batman.
Yeah.
No, we're Italian
It
Batman.
turned into a porno.
Yeah, I'm watching that.
Yeah, no, it has to be a legit movie.
Yeah,
can't
a
troll.
mainstream release.
Yeah, you can't troll people with it.
Okay.
So do we all watch it or
Yeah,
Oh.
we could all
not
watch
together, just
It.
we
Yeah, not.
watch
I
it
mean,
or-
if you want to watch it together, I'm always down to hang out with my friends. But we don't have to watch. We don't have to be together. But like, if somebody wants to pick one this week, and then we all watch it, and then for next week we can talk about it,
Oh, okay.
like one of those type deals.
That'd be pretty cool to have like a Sunday afternoon movie.
Well, football
All of
season's
us.
coming up. I'm not hanging out with you on Sunday and
yeah,
watching
yeah.
Mulan.
Okay, all right.
I did hear that this Mulan, it's not going to be like, just to give everybody a heads up.
There's
So
no
this,
cricket and there's no dragon.
No, and there's no singing.
Oh, that's
is,
it. I love it. I love it.
This is based on the Ballad of Mulan, not
So
the
it's a-
actual movie.
It's a serious Mulan.
It's a serious Mulan,
Damn.
the Ballad of Mulan. So
What if Eddie Murphy's in it though? Because Eddie Murphy was the dragon, right?
he
Or
was.
was Gilbert Godfrey the dragon?
No,
No, it was
that was
Eddie
the
Mur-
parrot.
it was
That was
Eddie
the
Murphy.
parrot from Aladdin. that you
Aladdin,
watched,
yes.
Yeah.
If
So-
anyone, real quick before if anyone in the chat has a movie that just kind of came out or that's interesting, or maybe that's like on Netflix that all of us own the property for, give us a suggestion. Maybe throw a couple movies out in the comment section, and maybe you guys can pick the first week movie.
No deep cuts.
And yeah, no deep cuts, no crazy.
off the wall. Look how goofy. Like nothing.
Yeah, pick something kind of newer.
Something that would be in movie
Relevant.
theater. That
Yeah.
if a movie theater's open, it would be there.
Yeah, or even like just something that just
Or that
just,
was
just released
yeah,
or something.
Yeah. Something.
Yes.
Tenet. It's the new Christopher Nolan movie. It's supposedly really good.
We'll see what they say first.
Okay.
Oh, here we have to kind of have access to it. Too.
Yes,
Yeah,
that too.
yeah.
Yeah, that too. Like I don't have HBO.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So
yeah.
if it's on Netflix, that would be because we all have Netflix,
Well,
right?
if,
Or
you,
Hulu.
if,
Yeah.
you, if you don't have HBO, maybe a password can go out.
Yeah. But I mean, like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll hook you up.
Okay. Thank you for that. But yeah, so Mulan, just as a heads up for everybody who wants to watch it, is based on the Ballad of Mulan, which is more of a serious story and retelling of this event, not necessarily the Disney movie that we've all come to know and love as children. So that's just an FYI for everybody. But it's supposed to be really good. So yeah, anyway, I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Cobra Kai as well. Playing still Animal Crossing, and I'm probably going to get back into one of my RPGs. Not sure which one yet, but next week I'll let you know.
Definitely go for Moon. You'll like it.
I think I will.
Or-
I think I will like it.
Or like
But
Paper Mario.
I would like to play Paper
Paper
Mario.
No, the new
Mario
Paper
too.
Mario, yeah.
Yeah, I want to get that too. But
Oh, the
it's
Origami King. I wanted to get that
the
too.
only game I can't buy any games right now because right
Well,
after
your
Save your money
Joy-Con.
for,
huh?
You want to
Your
save your money for
Joy-Con?
Xbox?
No, because not Cyberpunk. Watch Dogs is coming out. Assassin's Creed is coming out.
Oh, okay.
Like two other games that I really want are coming out. And Assassin's Creed, I always buy the $100 version.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know. I just do it. I'm an
Ooh,
idiot.
that's a lot.
That's
Yeah.
like I buy a collector's
Here,
edition. Let's
buy the regular and put that other 40 to the new Xbox.
Yeah, but I want to have the season pass.
Fuck the season pass.
I always
Do you get your
Yes.
money's worth and actually play the season,
Yes.
the whatever DLC?
No,
Yeah,
he's a nut. Like I
I
saw
love
him
Assassin's
grind
Creed.
through Assassin's Creed. It makes
I only
me
did it for
puke.
1 and 2.
It makes me puke.
Yeah.
I got every
Not
achievement
kidding
too.
you.
Yeah, I love it. And it's, I'm doing the same thing for Watch Dogs. I'm getting the season pass.
Wow.
I didn't get the season pass for part 2, and I regretted it. And then I didn't want to buy it full price, so I've been waiting for it to come on sale. And every time it comes on sale, I feel like it's not a justified price.
I did a lot in 1. I thought 1 was okay.
Yeah.
When he's stuck on certain stuff, man, there's no stopping him.
Yeah,
Like,
I love Assassin's Creed.
No,
He has a little bit of me in him.
I haven't.
Not in that way, but
Ever since 2. None of them grabbed me like 2 did.
Yeah. I think you would like the ancient Greece or the Egyptian one. They were
The
really
Egyptian
good.
one, I didn't care for the main dude, and I got to the big town. I was like, I kind of don't care.
Honestly, the character and the story didn't get me, but the visuals of that whole
The graphics were very good.
the
yeah.
whole visuals,
Yeah.
the deserts and seeing the Sphinx.
Yeah, off
and
in the
is
distance.
that Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the
Yeah.
Greek one? I think I would like that one just because of the mythology and all that.
Same.
super
It's
cool.
just
and
like
the DLC has like there's like real like the whole time you're like, are these characters, are these Greek mythology monsters real, or are they just the thing? And then you kind of maybe come across them and you don't know if they're real or not, so it kind of shocks
that's
you.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
When did that come out? After the Egyptian one?
It should be brand new.
maybe something along. It may
No, the
came
new one's the
out-
Viking one.
I think it came out like
Oh,
2-3
okay.
years. It
Birds-
came out 2-3 years.
We
ago.
all watched Birds of Prey already. We reviewed that a
It was
couple
good.
weeks ago.
It was
yeah.
good. I liked it.
I
Yeah,
did
very
not watch
good. I
that,
like
but
it.
Oh well.
Well, 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
So.
3 out of 4. So
fuck
we're
me.
not going to review
Yeah,
that one
fuck
because we
me,
already kind
yeah.
of did it. But if you have another one that's on the
Okay.
list that you want us to
Well,
talk about,
3 out of the 4 of us like it. So
Yeah.
Yes.
the other one
Excellent
is
movie.
indifferent.
yeah, he didn't watch it. Yeah, I'm trying to think else here. Yeah, so I'm going hard. And then Fuse is coming out. I kind of want to get Fuse. Fuse is the new Rock Band style game, but you don't have to have
Oh.
instruments, all with your controller.
For 360, there was a Fuse, and it was a racing quad game.
Yeah, this one is a
believe
music
it's
game
called,
where
yeah.
you're kind of like a DJ. So you can put like a certain song's keyboards on a different song's drums and then add another song's lyrics, and it's like a
Oh,
point-based game.
okay.
It looks like a lot of fun. I want to get that. But yeah, so this right now I'm kind of holding off on because I'm getting the new system too. So
Yeah,
there's a new
you don't want to
system,
be buying too much.
and then
Yeah.
I'm still debating on Cyberpunk, but that got delayed. But Assassin's
I don't
Creed,
think that's this year, is it?
yeah, Assassin's Creed's gonna keep me over for a while, and so is Watch Dogs Legion. So I'm kind of
Assassin's Creed should.
There you go,
That's
yeah.
probably an easy 40 hours, right?
I'll,
At least.
I'll probably play 60, 70 hours.
What do you think the campaigns? At
Because
least
I do the
20?
game, I do the so the Greek one had a secret society in it,
Mhm.
and you had to go around and find every member of the secret society. So I went, found every member of the secret society, finished that mission, then went and beat the game. So
Wow.
I got like the true ending,
Now,
and I fucking
did you create a character, or you?
No, you
okay.
pick between. So the Assassin's Creed one, you pick between the guy or the girl.
Oh, okay.
So
So
you're
I didn't even.
there's a
that-
brother.
That
and a
one
s-
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
The Greek one.
There's a brother and a sister, depending on who you picked. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever one you pick, you're the older sibling. And then the other sibling's about to get sacrificed and thrown off the cliff, and you tackle the guy to prevent it from happening.
Mm-hmm.
And when you tackle him, you and your sibling fall off the cliff. You survive. You assume the baby doesn't make it.
And at the bottom of the cliff is Gamora, because that's when Thanos
Yeah.
threw her. Off.
Yeah, and then you go your whole life. And then find out that your sibling made it. So
Oh,
depending on who you pick,
that's
the
cool.
boy or the girl,
Yeah.
depending on how the
Oh,
game
that's cool.
goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
And the Viking game's gonna be very similar, where you can pick between a boy or a
Mhm.
girl Viking. You go
It
do
looks great.
missions, and then you actually build up your Viking base.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I
Yeah.
can't be bothered with that.
Yeah.
Even in Fallout, it's like I don't want to take care of the towns. I want to make my house. Fuck the town.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I played
games-
Avengers.
Yeah. What do you think of it?
So I like it. I think it's good. Now the graphics. Remember when they said we're not going to change how their faces? That's how they look. They changed everyone's faces.
Yeah.
They made them all look better.
Yeah.
they totally changed that. So there's some things I don't like. The sound is very low, so you have to turn TV up. I have it maxed up at 10 all the way, and like I have to turn my TV up to like normally I keep it for around 15, 20. I have to turn it to 40 to hear them talk.
Holy shit.
So that's like
crazy.
a design flaw. I'm like, why? And I checked the audio. I turned it all up to 10, and it's still low. I'm like,
That's like that movie to television bullshit.
yeah, that like a DVD
I
or
have a-
Blu-ray when you put it in, it's real low.
I have a.
Same thing with this game.
I have the DVD collection of the Twilight Zone,
Mhm.
and when they put it on DVD, some episodes the audio is super super high, and then some episodes super
Oh,
super low.
yeah, they didn't
so like
master it right.
So one episode I have my TV cranked to 85, then the next episode I'm like, fuck, it's like, boom, like it just fucking blows my house
Yeah,
apart.
that's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you start out like, and then they give you that first level where
Oh
you're
my
everybody,
God.
right? But they don't give you a tutorial. They kind of just throw the characters at, which I don't like, because then like, well, how
Do you
do
have
I?
to replay the beta tutorial again?
Yes,
San
that's the
Francisco
first
Bridge?
level.
Yeah.
So you do that, and then it explains the game, and the Avengers break up because of what happened with the destruction of the Golden Gate Bridge. No spoilers. It's the first fucking level.
Yeah.
So
and it was in the beta.
yeah. So if you played the demo, I liked Captain America. I thought he fought like Batman from Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Like the same style,
Mhm.
and Black Widow is kind of like that. Plus Deadpool from the game because you shoot her guns. Miss Marvel, you play as her as a little kid, and you go to this Avengers thing. I'm like, I wish this was real because it's like this theme park for Avengers Day. And she goes there. I won't move too much of the story. Anyway, and then you get to play as her, and she just starting to get her powers because of the Terrigen Mist, and that's what turns her into a human. All
Yeah.
other people, and people blame the Avengers, and that's why they're all bad at the Avengers, and they bring up blah blah blah. So the first couple levels are Miss Marvel, and I played it for about 4 or 5 hours, and I've only got the whole Hulk and Miss Marvel so far. So I'm like, come on. And then like I got to the one point you
A
get
lot of they said a lot of Last of Us vibes with Hulk and Miss Marvel. Like,
yeah, kind of, because they're like their buddies in the first
Yeah.
two, and then he's on the helicarrier because it's like the big shield, the ship crashed, and he's the one that's staying there. I don't like how he looks. He has brown hair. Hulk doesn't have brown hair. He has green hair. Maybe in the movies he does, but Hulk has fucking green hair. But you can get different costumes then. There is costumes in the game that you can unlock through just playing the game.
and picking up like orbs.
Yeah, which is okay with. Now there is ones that you can buy, but I think that's all nonsense. Like there's a Miss Marvel one, and it's like they're gears, right? I have not gotten one gear yet. It's 14,000. No, it's 1,400 gears to get this Miss Marvel costume. That sucks.
Or $4.99.
No, $14. 100 gears is $1.
That's insane.
Yeah, but all this stuff is just cosmetic.
Yep.
And there's also you can buy takedowns, but everyone has a takedown. All it does is it don't change the damage. It just changes how the takedown looks. So and the takedowns like Batman, square and triangle and circle, or X and Y, whatever. So the combat is different for all the characters. Miss Marvel's cool because she stretches her arms and stuff, and she's like very combat, and she like can run and jump, and she's Mr. Fantastic basically. And her character is very likable. A lot of people don't like her because oh she's a girl and she's Muslim. So if that's keeping you from playing the game, then don't even buy it. Good. I like it except for that stuff that buy like, but like all that stuff that like it's not pay to win because it doesn't affect the gameplay at all. So like
Pay to play.
yeah, it's just like, but who would pay $14 for a shitty costume or for like a little name tag? Like, who cares?
The people who do are the reason why that's still in a video game.
Yeah, and I wish that wasn't in it. And the interfaces is a little clunky. There is gear in it, and it does up your attack and everything like that, and like your armor.
Yeah. The gear when you pick up the gear.
But it doesn't show up on your character, which is okay because I understand because you don't want your Hulk.
Yeah, usually when a game has the button feature, when you go to your gear menu, it just says equipped all the best gear.
Yeah.
That's usually a bad
But,
sign.
yeah, but you can go and you pick every piece, and you can like dismantle old gear to make you upgrade gear and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So
Yeah.
it's just a little. The interface is clunky and it's a little confusing with like cycling through everything. And you can find comics that give you bonuses, which is pretty cool. And then the comic, when you find it, it tells you like the writer and the artist and what year it came out and everything. But I'm like, that's kind of cool. And the graphics are pretty good for being, a
Yeah.
game now. But yeah, then I got to the helicarrier, and then it unlocks like these stupid like online missions, and you have to play one because it shows you how to do it. I don't like them at all. It shows you what the multiplayer would be like, but you're only playing by yourself.
Yeah, it's like capture the point type
Yeah,
missions
yeah.
where you have to stay in a radius.
And I
kill
died like
everything.
I didn't know what was going on. I died like 3 times. Like, what the fuck is going on? And then I just luckily got it. I'm like, well, I'm never playing the online anyway. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And then there's another mission like there's like VR missions where it's X-Men Danger Room. They call it like Harm or something. And I did the one for Hulk because I got a better costume because Hulk's all like kind of like almost gray. He's like green but real faded green. I'm like, he looks terrible. But I mean, the graphics are good. I just don't like the way the Hulk looks. I want it
Yeah.
to be bright green. So it was purple shorts.
So the review I kind of read, and you could probably attest or not to this, but they said the campaign story is good.
Yes, the campaign is. That's what I was gonna say. The campaign
Yeah.
missions are good. The other missions not so good.
Then it forces you to do this online or war room, and it's just a grind fest to
I can
get the
see that.
coins to unlock the characters you want to unlock.
Well, no, all the main characters you'll get.
I'm saying the
story.
cosmetic costume.
Yes.
So it's just an absolute grind fest, and all the stuff that you
man.
have to do the grind fest things and the stuff you would play with your friends is super repetitive. It's like
It just beats stuff up. Go to the spot, stay in the spot, and
Yeah.
beat stuff up.
they said, once you get to a certain part of the game, it's rinse and repeat
Yeah,
over. And
I would
over
say
and over.
the good part of this game is the campaign.
Yeah,
All the other stuff.
yeah.
And the only thing I didn't like with the Hulk, like, they want you to like dodge, like Devil May Cry. The Hulk does not dodge. The Hulk
He
just
doesn't
stands
need
and takes
to.
fucking damage.
No way. Yeah.
And it's like you level up, you put point, you have
Tank.
skill trees, and you level up. And I was like, well, where's my like added like damage resistance? Where's my like health? Like the Hulk is not done right.
Yeah.
Like he has.
They said
this-
there's certain parts of the game
thunderclap.
where you don't feel like you're a superhero.
Yeah, Hulk doesn't. He felt like I died a couple times. The Hulk like nobody. He's coming and they're whacking me with like stun batons. I'm like, I'm the fucking Hulk.
And you fight
Like
robots the
I
entire
understand.
game.
you
No,
should be getting more pissed off.
was wrong
when you
about
get
that.
Really?
yeah, there's robots and there's aim agents, and like the first level you fight Taskmaster, then you fight Abomination, and then there was one other boss. I'm like, well, I'm only like 4 hours in, so
And you're 3 bosses. in.
yeah. So
Yeah.
and there's different characters, and
Yeah.
then there's like monsters and stuff like that.
Okay.
But like there's robots, but like aim, it's like bad guys, but there's humans. But the Hulk did not feel like the Hulk. I thought he was not done right. I don't
Yeah.
know. There were places. Miss Marvel's done really well though, and you go in the Danger Room, you could be Iron Man for a little bit, but I couldn't play through all his powers. So, and then the powers, like, you don't get them fast enough, especially as the Hulk. Like, I'm waiting to get he hit this one thing where he runs and charges, picks the guy up, and like slams him around. I was like, fucking, when do I get this back? When do I get Thunderclap back?
Yeah.
And you get Rage.
The only thing that the
But,
Hulk
like, I
that
don't know.
bothered me in the demo is his throw, like where you have to hit something at a high distance,
Yeah.
and he picks up a chunk of the ground.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like at this point in time in modern day technology
just
and
pick-
games, he just randomly picks up a chunk out of the
Yeah.
ground, but the ground doesn't take damage.
Oh, it just
You should be able to pick
Oh.
anything
weird.
up as the Hulk,
Yeah.
like within reason. I know you can't pick the fucking.
So
Hulk,
like
but-
you're in a
It
steel
would
room.
be. It would be.
He does
permanent,
this,
yeah.
and it's like a piece of, and then you can
Concrete.
upgrade that where he uses both and he picks up a bigger piece.
Yeah, so you could be in like, so when you're outdoors and you're fighting and everything's rock and you pick up two big rocks out of the ground and throw it, it looks legit.
Yeah.
But when you're in like a snow level or you're in a spot where you're in an indoor building and it's all steel and the floor's steel and he
Picks a piece of ground.
he picks up two
Yeah.
pieces of
Yeah.
rock out of the steel ground.
Yeah.
But then you look at the
it's
steel ground,
inconsistent,
Yeah.
yeah.
the steel ground's not destroyed. It's like we're at a point now where games are at a different level and you like
Yeah. The Hulk
That's
is not.
weird.
I don't think they should have been like Bruce Banner is awesome, but the Hulk is not as awesome.
yeah.
He's cool. He's big.
Everything
But,
I
like,
said it
the
has
gameplay is the Hulk
a
is not
lot of
good.
potential,
heard
but
Billy
if they don't do
right
anything, if they
now.
don't do anything with it soon, it can get old and it
Like
may
that.
die.
They have that release
No, he
date
didn't
for
say anything.
DLC, right? And there's
No, I
like
just hear him on at the screen,
Uh,
just like
Kate Bishop,
not typing.
Girl Hawkeye comes out in 1 month. Like everyone's gonna be done with the game in 1 month because
Yeah.
the multiplayer isn't gonna be that interesting where you want to play it, and you'll beat the campaign. So if you can play these characters in the campaign, which I don't think you will be able to, because
Mm-hmm.
it makes no sense, where they're just gonna, we're gonna interrupt the story because here comes Black Panther. Okay, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be in the campaign.
No.
I think your DLC characters are going to be exactly how we said they're going to be. They're going to be
Those
there'll be
stupid missions.
skins, and there's where you do your grind fest.
Yeah,
stuff.
like what was it called in Batman?
the war room, like the challenge things.
Yeah, it's gonna be challenge maps. And
Yeah.
it's like I don't care. I don't want to play as them characters in challenge. I want to play a story.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. Miss Marvel's done really well. The Hulk is not done good. You want to play a good Hulk game? Play Ultimate Destruction.
So, someone who doesn't play online gaming, you're not interested in the grind part. Is
I
it
beat
is,
the Hulk's mission just to get a costume.
is it worth the $60 for a full game?
I would say no. I'd say wait till it's 40 because the campaign is where it's at.
So
But the graphics are done well. The characters are done well. There's like history to like there's little nods to everything. Like when she goes to the thing, and it's like, oh, you're a Captain Marvel fan because she has that on the back of her backpack thing, and she's like, yeah, she's my favorite. It's like, well, she's off in space right now. Explaining what she, but she'd be so happy to meet you. And it's like, oh, because she's Miss Marvel, and like, so it's pretty cool how they just
Yeah.
little nods.
yeah,
But
Cool.
I don't think the multiplayer is interesting at all. You make a strike force or something and go and play multiplayer maps, which just all like beat up these enemies. What was it, King of the Hill, where you got to stay in the circle? And it's like, I don't want to do that.
yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that whole like the money, all the costumes and stuff that you can buy is outrageously priced.
Yeah.
Like there's like so you get this like thing like I don't know Injustice where you get like a title, like I forget what it's called. It's like a little headline for your character, like your gamer tag, and you have like Raiden behind it or whatever
Mhm.
whatever. You can get those, and like there's ones for like $5. Like why would I pay $5 just for a picture of fucking Captain America?
Yeah,
That's
they're
so
they're
stupid.
making
I'm not doing that.
it's a very pay to play or pay for
Wow.
cosmetic
Yeah.
style thing.
I
And
don't like that.
It's like you already got my money.
now
You already got my $60. I'm not gonna give you.
that's my thing. Like Fortnite, I know they're like, oh, well, if you want the
Yeah, but that's
special
free.
dance, it's a free game.
Yeah.
But like for me, when I go and say, oh, I'm gonna go buy the Carlton dance, it's fucking $3 or $5, and I'll buy the Carlton dance. At least I know that I know my $5 is gonna go to that developers, and they've been updating that game now for 4 fucking years. So they're
Yeah.
taking the money and they're buying the rights for Marvel so they can add more content to the game.
It's not a cash grab.
Yeah, like they're not taking your money and then not updating the game
Yeah,
anymore.
and they're just taking money. Like, just one, there's a emote, like a taunt from Miss Marvel. She pulls out soda and starts drinking it. I'm like, that's cool. I'm not paying $5 for that.
Billy goes, so you like being Bruce Banner?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know
you,
he's
you
gonna
don't,
say
you
something.
don't play as Bruce Banner.
That one part you do.
Nope.
When you're walking through, oh, you're Miss Marvel and you're
Yeah,
walking through
he's
the
with.
jungle.
Yeah, you never
he
play as
just-
Bruce Banner. Maybe you do later on in the game. I was just
Yeah.
saying Bruce Banner in the game and the cinemas and stuff, and the interaction between Miss Marvel is.
You
pretty
just
cool.
like how they portray Bruce
Yes.
Banner, but you don't like how they portray the Hulk.
the Hulk. Yeah, well, the Hulk like he talks a little
Checkmate,
bit,
Billy. Checkmate.
but the Hulk is not fun to play as.
Fuckface.
Yeah,
Billy's supposed to be here tonight. But,
the Hulk is more fun to
he
play as
hates
in
us.
Ultimate Alliance,
yeah.
and he gets better powers. He should get a healing factor. He doesn't because after all the powers,
I would have loved.
you don't
that-
get damage reduction.
I would have loved that graphic concept.
Yeah.
And keep everything looking the way it was, but just make a better graphic Ultimate
Yeah.
Alliance.
I mean, that's kind of like the best superhero.
like a
game.
dungeon crawler style
Yeah.
game.
I mean, I understand it's not. It's third. It's still good. I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say just skip the multiplayer.
I
Just
was
play the campaign.
That's one of those games I said I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale. I'm
yeah,
not buying it brand new.
I feel that's fair.
Yeah.
And don't buy any of the online. Don't pay for the fucking gears. Don't buy any of that stuff. It's stupid. I mean, there's a really cool black and yellow Iron Man suit. But I'm like, I'm paying $10 for that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, or 14.
So
And I haven't have Iron Man till like fucking 7 hours into the game.
So
That's
Christopher Nolan, this is the movie Tenet. If you
Mhm.
guys are interested, I'll give you the idea of the movie. And if you-
David Tennant.
sure.
That's what I
no.
keep thinking of.
But it's a secret agent embarks on a dangerous time-bending mission to prevent the start of World War III.
Oh.
It released September 3rd, 2020. Director Christopher Nolan. And the actors in the movie are Batman, Robert Pattinson, Elizabeth Debicek,
No idea.
John David Washington.
No idea.
Yeah, I don't really see any other names that I really know. Oh, Michael Caine.
Oh, so Alfred.
He's back.
Yeah.
He's back
Oh.
in that.
We have to go
Um,
travel through time to stop World War III.
Somehow I get to work with
Yeah,
Batman
yeah,
again.
yeah. And then Master Bruce, you
always
look
with
back and look at
Batman.
her.
That's like an actor staple, like James Gunn with Michael Rooker. It's like
Yeah.
Michael Caine with Christopher Nolan. It's always something.
Let me
there.
see what's
Is
the
that
new
in
releases.
theaters?
Yeah.
I was gonna
believe
say,
so.
can
That,
we?
that was one
do
that
we
was
have
the really
access
big
to
one.
that?
That was the big one. That was the big movie apparently. Like this year,
Well,
that was supposed to come
I
out.
pick, and I'll buy the DVD, so we're gonna watch it then. Next month, I pick the Scooby Doo Happy Halloween movie.
Okay.
It's only gonna be like an hour.
I'm trying
Aw.
to find
It'll
a
be fun.
show. Like
Still, my favorite is
Oh, here we go, movies.
Scooby Doo Ghoul School.
Because
I wanna watch
New
it.
Mutants
Cool
is out
school.
too.
I think that's only like.
I think I think
How
have to
can
pay
you
for
watch
that.
that?
Well, Fox Berkshire opened back up in Reading.
Oh, okay.
They have New Mutants. I think they also have Tenet.
I didn't know they opened.
They just opened like a few weeks ago, maybe.
I heard New Mutants
Damn.
is really bad.
Really?
I didn't get to
I
see
heard
it, so
it,
I know
yeah.
that's just what I heard.
I think
I'd
they have Demon
still
Bear
watch
in it.
I'd still watch it.
You know, it's a weird thing. Is like the Marvel fans eat up the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but if
it's
and
not-
if it's not the Marvel
Yeah,
Cinematic
then
Universe,
fuck it.
There's like fuck
Yeah.
that shit.
I mean, some X-Men movies were good. But I didn't watch that last one I heard with Dark Phoenix.
I didn't get to watch it yet, but I still want to watch it anyway because I love X-Men.
X-Men 3
my
was really
shit.
bad. That was, and the Wolverine movie is like not so good.
Dude, Netflix is
When-
fucking
Oh, except
falling
Logan.
apart.
Logan was awesome.
When
I
did
like
Juggernaut
Logan.
become British?
Never.
Never.
Exactly.
Only in that movie.
Exactly. That's
He
the,
should not be
that's
British.
my question.
When he
I'm
was
like,
going after Shadowcat.
done. I'm like, done. Yeah, it's like,
Oh,
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Because of the internet video. The internet video was fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like, what? What is
I'm a
this?
Juggernaut, bitch. Motherfucker.
It didn't even look like
Ketchup.
Juggernaut. It looked like he had like aluminum foil around for the
He
helmet
was much
and like
better
all over.
in Deadpool 2, and I don't even think he said a word.
I
Yeah.
did like him in Deadpool too. He
Did
was
they
good.
CGI him too? Like Colossus, like
in
it made him
Deadpool
really
2.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, he's huge.
Oh.
But he doesn't have a suit. Well, he has his helmet on. He has like
Yeah,
a
he-
prison jumpsuit.
Yeah,
But still, though, it's still
You
pretty
didn't see
cool.
Deadpool 2?
No,
Oh my god, Ben.
I'm sheltered, man.
you're missing out. That's so
know.
good.
It's good.
Maybe
I'll
we
have
should
to.
watch that.
I watch Deadpool 2.
Maybe we should watch that for next week.
Josh Brolin's Cable.
Yeah,
So good. He's
I
so
know
good
Josh
as
Brolin's
Cable.
Cable in
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Tom Cruise is in it. I don't know. Is it Tom Cruise? No. Who's the
No.
invisible guy?
Which guy?
The invisible guy. That when they make X Force, the guy that dies in the
Oh.
wires. No, it's not Tom Cruise. It's
I can't think of who it is.
Oh, it's a famous guy. It's a really famous person. He's in. It's his cameo.
Yeah.
And he just dies.
It was
Do you
really
know
funny.
Do you know the name, or do you
I'll have to
have
look it
like
up.
what
See you later,
movies he
Jen.
was
Thank
in?
you for hanging out with
Yeah,
us.
thanks, Jen. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I forget
Thank
the guy. I think they created him for it. He was like he was the invisible. He could turn invisible, but
yeah,
he
he
stayed
died.
invisible.
Yeah, and he died real
And he
early.
lands in the power lines, and then you see it. It's like, oh, it's
he had
like,
like a real
this
pathetic
big
death.
actor, like Leonardo DiCaprio or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh
so
God.
It was really funny,
Yeah.
actually.
So I'll just spoil it. They built up X Force like we're gonna
Yeah,
kick
yeah.
ass, and they all die within 2 minutes.
It was
except for
so
Domino.
funny.
And Domino, because Domino has a luck factor.
Yes, I liked who
Now,
played
did,
Domino.
now, did Domino
The
still
Z
stay in the
Beats.
movie, or did she die?
No, she made.
Have you guys seen
Cool.
Child's Play yet?
No,
No.
That's on Hulu.
that's not a
I have
great
Hulu.
movie, but
I'll
watch it.
One I never watched that was popular. The Revenant, the one with DiCaprio.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Mark saw that. I didn't get to see
I
it
didn't
yet.
see that one. That one's on Hulu.
the
I'm just try- I'm
the
just trying to look-
Revenant's awesome.
The new Pet Cemetery's on there.
I haven't seen that yet.
Rocket Man's on there.
That's the
What's his
Elton
name?
John autobiography.
no, it was a famous dude,
Well, he's famous.
What?
like a real famous guy. Did
Oh.
you just in Deadpool 2? Do you remember Deadpool 2? Did you see it?
I didn't. No, I didn't see it yet.
Oh my god,
What? Nobody. What is wrong with you
it's
guys?
great.
So half of us watched it,
Yeah.
half of us didn't watch it.
Deadpool 2 is
There's
so
a movie
good.
that I wanted to see. It kind of looks corny. It's called Crawl. but it's I guess like typhoon hits their
Fairway, yeah.
town,
Mm-hmm.
and they get a lot of
Oh,
rainwater, and the rainwater brings out like it floods a lot of houses, and when it floods a lot of houses, a bunch of gators are like in the houses, and they're trying to
boy.
like survive the flood, but also if they go in the water, the gators eat them.
It was Brad Pitt.
Oh, was it Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
Brad
So
Pitt.
Brad Pitt is in Deadpool 2 for like 2
Oh,
seconds.
Vanisher,
Yeah.
that's
That's
right.
hilarious.
I think I scrolled right past him. It didn't even.
Wow, that's hilarious.
I think they even say something about like I'm good looking or something.
Holy shit! There's a lot of Marvel movies on Hulu.
Is there?
Yeah.
Damn.
You think they would take them off to put them on Disney Plus, but I mean, there's a contract or something.
I think because of contract.
Yeah.
Well, I think Hulu is still owned by Disney too.
Oh wait.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, no, it's NBC. Is NBC owned by Disney? Or is
One of
NBC
them.
their own thing? I'm
One
not
of them
sure.
is owned,
Here's
but
Here's a movie I never watched. That everyone thought was fantastic. The Kingsman.
I heard that was
oh,
good, but
I would like to
That
see
was
that.
okay. Yeah.
You want to do that? You want to watch
I
Kingsman?
would watch
That one's
Kingsman.
okay.
is
I
there
watched
access?
That's on FX too.
Yeah.
If you ever watched
What's
it.
the runtime? I heard that was really long.
I think it's like 2 hours maybe.
I heard it was like a 3 and some.
It
Well,
could.
let's just,
it
what
could
does
be-
it say?
It could be 2.5, maybe 3. I don't know.
I don't see the runtime here.
Here, let's see.
I'll search for
So
it. I could
Kingsman
be wrong.
runtime. I think it might be 2.5 hours.
You can just
Supposedly it's fucking dope, but they said it's a really good action movie. I don't know. We'll figure something out. If it,
2
we'll,
hours and 10 minutes.
Okay, that ain't bad.
yeah, we'll figure something out.
Like, if you say like Return of the King, the extended edition, I don't have 4 hours.
oh, I
it's
have,
And he's like,
Tom
nope.
Cruise, not Brad Pitt.
No, it's Brad Pitt because we just looked up on IMDb.
oh yeah, we did. Yeah, The Vanisher.
Who said that?
It was it's on IMDb.
I don't like the ending of the new Pet Sematary. I thought the new Pet Sematary was cool. I seen that in theaters.
I didn't see
Yeah, I
it yet.
saw that with you. I
Yeah,
actually,
I can't
I actually
comment.
enjoyed that.
I thought it was fun.
Different.
All right, Ben, what do you got to plug?
What do I got to plug? Well, Bangin' Beers, we're gonna be doing a Tatter Flag Part 2 lineup, and no,
We're doing
Bob's Beers.
Bob's Beers.
Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Beers.
Bob's Beers.
Yeah, Bob's Burgers, Bob's Beers.
Bob's Beers. I thought we were doing the Tatter
Oh,
we
Flag.
might sneak it in,
coffee
but we have a lot of
bottles.
beers.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. Last week's
Okay.
Bangin' Beers was not your typical Bangin' Beers. I got drunk and bonded with my dad. It was fun. I learned a lot about my dad's childhood that I didn't know about.
Wow.
Yeah, he had a weird relationship with his dad growing up, and
Okay.
we got drunk and talked about it. And there's stories about that I learned about my dad's dad that I didn't know existed. And then we talked a little bit about the paranormal.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because
Tell them that's Monday nights.
because my aunt Rosie went to a medium,
Mhm.
and she
Recently
had
or years ago?
both.
Okay.
And both times, people from my dad, like my dad's mom and dad, came through,
Mhm.
and my dad's sister, who passed away very, very young, came through.
Oh wow.
But she didn't really know how to like tell us because she thought we weren't really into that, and
Yeah.
she didn't want to like upset
you were-
us or
think she was nuts
think
or
she was
something, yeah.
nuts. And then she's seen I started this podcast, and she's been watching it and likes it, and she's like, "Oh, I'm comfortable telling him now." So
Oh,
she
that's
called him,
cool.
and then I told my dad, so I'll be the weirdo. Yeah.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Interesting.
So we had beers, and there's some beer reviews in there, but a lot of it's just a 2-hour conversation of me and my dad hanging out.
Nice.
It was fun. It was a good time. Ben was on a date.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good weekend. People couldn't make it, but we made up for it. We got it done. But yeah, this week Bob's gonna join us. We're gonna do Bob's Beers. Bob went on a vacation and he brought some beers back for us, and we may sneak in some of the Tatter Flag pepper beers.
Yeah, we have one can of that you had on the previous show, and then the 2 bottles, the 1 black wax
Or
bottle.
maybe
then,
we'll
too.
wait for that to when Steve from Beer You Are comes up to hang out with us because he said he wants to try it.
We will hold off on that. That'd be fine.
Yeah, but he has to come up soon though because I don't want to sit on too long.
Yeah.
We've already started the process of getting the pumpkin and the Oktoberfest beers for October and November. So we have a lot of that coming up.
Mhm.
Get that turkey beer
Yeah.
for November.
Yep.
You know what?
Does
Too bad
turkey
I
beer
couldn't. Get,
exist?
I can't get it
Yeah.
now.
I can see maybe a sweet potato beer.
Mm.
Like
There- we've had
realistically.
one.
Vault
Yeah.
Brewing
my
Company
God.
actually makes a sweet potato.
Yeah, we've had
ale.
one.
Sounds weird.
Yeah.
But you don't really have anything to plug, but you want to talk about your fashion thing today, right?
Oh yes. So today's fashion feature is Marvel Toms. They have some really cute Marvel shoes for guys and girls. I'm wearing it today. It will be posted to the page later.
Yep. And they match her tank top she's wearing, and she's wearing Avengers earrings.
Yes, Agents of Shield.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Agents of Shield.
But they're
It's
like
close enough.
yeah,
It's
but
on
they're
it's on the helicarrier.
yeah, exactly, because
Yeah.
you know that they all kind of work together.
Yeah.
It was all brilliantly planned.
She's marveled out tonight. ladies and
Marveled
gentlemen.
out.
No,
That's
no,
right.
no special bracelets tonight.
No, nope, just my lovely Irish heritage.
What's in the other one there?
Just a
Looks
rock.
like a little.
It's a unicorn.
Oh, I was gonna say there's something in there.
Yeah, unicorn.
I read tarot cards again last night.
Oh, really?
Off camera.
Oh, cool.
She
I
said,
like tarot
she said I
cards.
killed it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing, but I just kind of
Like
guess.
here.
And she's like, "Wow, you're actually getting really close to what's going on in my life." And I was like, "Interesting. I'm a
Yeah,
tarot card
How
reader."
about that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal your job, bitch.
Yeah. I'm taking your job, Tori.
Oh, and then you can
What
get
will you do?
the shoes from Tom's on Toms.com. And what's really good about Tom's is they always donate a pair, like for each pair of shoes you buy, they donate a pair of shoes.
Wow.
Oh,
There you
cool.
go. Yeah.
And they're kind of like they're like a mix between Chuck Taylors and skater shoes. They're like the flat top, like the slip-on shoes, kind of.
Yes.
But they do have sneakers too. She showed
Oh, do
me,
they?
With laces, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and they've also expanded their collection since they first opened. Now they have like boots, booties, sandals, all kinds of things.
And they have like a lot of Marvel and Disney inspired stuff.
They do, because I also have Star Wars Toms that I wear. I have a pair of Leia boots, which you saw my Leia boots. You can't get them on Toms.com right now, but if you like really want like the Leia boots, I also have like a pair of brown flats. If anyone wants to see pictures, just let me know. I'll show you. It has Chewie on one side and it has the Millennium Falcon on another side. You can search for them. They're not on Toms.com anymore, but you could probably find them on eBay. I also find a lot of things that aren't on the websites anymore, but you can still get like on Poshmark or Mercari.com. They're like little apps you can buy stuff
Cool.
on.
Yeah.
And usually they're
Cool.
sold brand new because people will buy them and then try to resell them in their boutiques and stuff.
Yeah.
So you can find it there as well. But yeah, they have Marvel. They have Disney sometimes. They have
Are they
Star
the shoes
Wars.
that are in Journeys a lot?
Yes. Journey sells Toms.
Journey's still around.
Yes,
Yeah.
they
Wow, how
are.
about
Yeah,
that?
I get a lot of my shoes from Journeys actually because they have really cool, unique shoes.
Yeah.
That's yeah, I got a lot
You
of my
think
Toms
one of
there
the, like,
actually.
Like Nike or somebody, Reebok, wouldn't get on the, hey, let's make superhero shoes. You're like,
That's where I get a lot of my cool shoes are Journeys.
because
That's where I
like,
get mine too.
you look at some of them shoes for kids, I'm like, well, I'd wear that if it was my size.
know-
If it
I
wasn't
know-
a size 4, you know.
I don't know if they still do, but I know Chuck Taylor had an exclusive thing with DC for a while. where
Okay,
you
yeah.
can go on Chuck Taylor and
They
get
did.
custom made.
You can find some still on
had
Amazon.
Batman.
I
Yeah,
have a- I have a
there's
pair of
Joker
Batman
pair
Chucks,
that are cool,
yeah.
but I can't wear them shoes.
I have
like we were
Batman and
talking.
Robin Chucks, and like I said, I can't wear them
I-
either.
An hour, my feet hurt. I need some support.
Well,
Yeah.
they also make those Dr. Scholl's like
You can get
slip-ons you can
inserts,
stick in,
which I
and
put
they
in my-
really help.
I bought my Aquaman boots because they had no support. They were just totally flat in the bottom. So
Yeah, here's
I
here's
had-
a pair of Chuck
Yeah.
Taylor Joker ones.
I
They're
also
nice.
I also
I've
don't
seen the
like low
Batman.
tops like that, but they do make high tops.
They
there's
do.
Joker high tops that are pretty
I
cool.
think they have Batman high tops too.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like Batman. I was gonna get them, and then for some reason I didn't. I don't know.
I had
why.
a pair of Chuck Taylor steel toe boots.
Oh
when
my
I
God.
worked, when I worked in the factory, they're actually very comfortable.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
probably for a boot, yeah.
Yeah, but
'Cause you're
it
working
was a
all day.
boot, but it looked like a Chuck Taylor.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
it had steel toe in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
How about that?
And Vans did have a Star Wars line a while ago. Once again, you can't really find them.
You
in
know what
stores
shoe I
and
want to get
things.
popular again?
Soaps? Remember that with the
Yeah.
grind thing? Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
Jellies.
I was an Airwalk kid.
Airwalk.
Oh, Airwalk.
Airwalks were like the first Vans, and now they're like a Payless shoe.
They
Yeah,
are
they
Payless
are.
shoe.
I
They
thi-
had a Batman line before.
Yeah.
I think they're like a Payless and like a safety shoe for work.
Yeah,
They
like
are.
Skechers.
yeah. And one was a Walmart clothing.
Yeah.
Then it became popular. Now it's back in Walmart again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's-
one's back. Oh, it was popular for a little bit.
And
there.
one shoes because I bought some at Walmart just for work, and you get a month out, and that's it.
Yeah.
They're $25 shoes. You get $25 shoes.
Yeah. So what do you got to plug?
The plug. I had comics to talk about. I guess we'll do it next week. Anyway, Batman 3 Joker is very good. Outbreak Quarantine. If you like pro wrestling, go on YouTube. Outbreak Quarantine. The last episode, they're every Saturday at 7. Me versus Ed House was the main event of the last one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got some pictures too. I forgot to post.
House is a good dude.
Yeah, so
Very
if
cool.
you want to watch that, and I don't know who's on the show this week, but every Saturday at 7 p.m. on YouTube, Outbreak. Just type in Outbreak Wrestling. Outbreak Quarantine comes up, and
Or you can
See
just
what
follow
matches.
us on Tornado
Yeah.
Attack Podcast Group. We
yeah, we'll
post it
share.
in there
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Or, Outbreak Wrestling on Facebook as well,
Yep.
and one of the only wrestling places I know of that's putting out some stuff right now, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, you
Nope.
want to plug all the podcasts?
Yeah, just check out the podcast.
That's it.
Monday night at 9 o'clock is Streets Behind Illusion. Tuesday night, which is tonight, is Not Cool in High School. Wednesday, we're not sure exactly what's going to fill the Wednesday slot. Maybe that'll be Bros in the Warpath. Maybe it'll be interviews with everyday people. I do have someone who wants to do an interview tomorrow, but we'll see how it works out. Thursday night is Tornado Type Podcast. Friday night is Bangin' Beers Podcast. So pretty much every night on this YouTube channel, on this Twitch channel, you can check out and watch brand new episodes. We make a lot of content. If you do not follow us on YouTube and you're watching this on Facebook, the only way you get to check out those channels is on their Facebook pages. So you'd have to go and click the links below and go follow those channels. But if you want to go check out the other channels before then, you can go over to the YouTube channel, but the link below, and go check out some videos. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us again tonight. This is Not Cool in High School Podcast. Here's some Look Alive.
Bye.